Yo, what's up, everybody? Like, subscribe, follow, download, giddy up. That's my baby. That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they scored! They did it!
Left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah!
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Fan Friday, only on A2D Radio. We are brought to you every Friday by BodyCheckWellness.com. You can use promo code A2D. Get yourself 20% off at checkout. Body Check Wellness is a line of products to promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, topicals. Go check them out. I love their products. BodyCheckWellness.com. Promo code A2D. 20% off. This is Fan Friday. This is your opportunity at the end of the show to jump in with us. So welcome in Joel Embiid. Is he hurt?
It was like a poster followed by an injury scare. You put somebody on a poster, and now we've got.
Oh man, he's all hurt and shit.
The knee.
All right, let's just wait and see. Let's not overreact. Let's just wait and hear.
I think we should start.
Did we really start this show with him hurting his knee?
Yeah, like 10 seconds in.
This is how this ends.
Just a sprain. Just a sprain.
All right, everybody give a second. All right, Tom Arnone, Ryan Brodo, Jake Friel, Pete Young, Rob Brinkman.
Oh my God.
Buckled.
Done. So this is where it ends.
Well, now it doesn't matter who we fucking start, Matisse or Seth Curry. Now they're both going to have to start, and they're not going to go to the finals.
Well, real quick, welcome into Philadelphia. If this is your first time joining,
yeah. This is exactly what happens. About to have a great show.
Same song, different dance.
This is how things go. He's in tears. This is the worst thing possible. This is our season is now over. This is bad things happen in Philadelphia. Part a million. We can't catch a break. This is the best. I was coming into this show about the praise what is the best basketball player on the planet, and we were lucky to have him. And through all that, this is bad. I mean, now you pray to anybody you pray to. You understand this? Pray to anybody you pray to. Everybody out there right now, pray to anybody you pray to, because this is everything. This is everything that we waited for in the process. We can't have this. Pray right now. Take a moment and pray to God. Or wherever you pray to, Joel Embiid.
He's going to walk it off. Watch.
It's okay. All right. Welcome in. We're at the end of the show. Fan call-ins. We'll give you a chance to dive in. The dysfunction in the Eagles front office continues. More reports put out today. Jeff McClain put out a bunch of stuff that we'll talk about in the second half of the show. We'll have Sixers, Wizards post-game when this game goes final. We'll keep you updated throughout on Joel Embiid as he walks back into the locker room.
Walking it off.
Shut the hell up.
I
finished an opening one time, Rob. Learn how shows are done, first timers. My goodness gracious. Sixers, Wizards, post game. All right. And we'll keep you updated everything on Joel Embiid. But he did walk it off, so there's a positive. We're going to give you live reactions throughout this game as well. Sixers are up 20. So, the impact in this game doesn't matter. And we'll have to talk long term. Our poll question brought to you by our doc. Please make him yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy .com. You can find him in Burlington and Cherry Hill. All right, the best in the business. Love Doc. Joins us at least once a month on Sundays on Agree to Disagree. So check him out. And then if Joel Embiid injury, I'm sure we'll be talking to the doc this Sunday night now. So expect to be hearing from the doc, and hopefully nothing bad in terms of Joel Embiid. Our poll question changes now. The Sixers will retain first place in the Eastern Conference the rest of the regular season. Do you agree or disagree? Well, before this all happened, I was coming in to talk about the best player on the planet, a guy who can't be stopped, a guy who we waited all this time for, and you're watching the maturation process continue because one of the most skilled players that I think we've ever watched, right? And not only from a big man perspective, just overall. I mean, there's nothing he can't do. There's nothing Joel Embiid can't do. So in terms of that was exciting. Weren't expecting to literally hit live and come in here and him go down and buckle his knee. Okay? His fucking knee. What a knee. So with not knowing where he stands, I'm not going to go disagree. I'm going to try to be positive here and expect them to be okay and say they will retain first place in the Eastern Conference. But that's all dictated on his health now. It's all completely dictated on his health. Because before we started the show, we sat back and we talked about, right, how good this team was looking and how good other players were looking. And it looked like guys were stepping up, right? The bench was stepping up. Matisse Thybulle looks like he has a pulse. Last night, huge team win without your 2 stars on the road. Huge team win, and all you Levine lovers can kiss my ass, okay? Huge team win last night, and that's the kind of games you have to win when you're missing these two guys. So after last night and what I've witnessed here tonight on back-to-backs and back-to-backs in the NBA, these are games you got to win, and to win one without Joe and Ben, and to look like, hopefully they, still a lot of time left in this game, but hopefully you can win another one here without Ben and just having Joe and Joe for 2.5 quarters. So that's what you're hoping for. If you can win games like this, then yeah, they will retain it. If Joel Embiid's out for a long period of time, this whole thing changes, obviously. Even if he's out for a week, I still think they can retain it because they're playing at a high level together. And if this continues, then they're not going to make them moves that people want them to make. Now, I don't know what transpires, guys. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I know he walked off. I know it buckled guys, and that's scary. And that side of it's scary. But everything being equal and expecting him not to be out for a long period of time, then yes, this team will retain first place. If he's out for a long period of time, I don't know. I don't know. We've seen Ben win games without him in the past. Could they win games in the regular season without him? Yes. Once the postseason starts, I mean, no Joel Embiid, no Eastern Conference Finals, and that's as simple as that. I mean, you're taking the MVP of the league off of your team if he misses a significant amount of time. I don't know how this team is even close to the same basketball team without him. So there's a lot to digest. There's a lot to digest. Pop says he disagreed before the injury. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. Everybody's saying they're scared. He walked it off. TTP, good sign. John says get him a Tio's hyperbaric chamber. Bye Trash Philly. Fat Danny, you're a crumb for wishing injury or bad things on anybody. You piece of shit. Okay, you can say a lot of things about Philly. I ain't wishing injuries on players, especially stars. So grow the hell up. But again, hopefully this is just a little hyperextension. Okay, little hyperextension. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. He's playing next week. All right, that's what we're hoping for. Because if that's the case, we retain first place. I don't know, Pete, get your shit fixed. If he's out, I think we can retain first place, maybe, or at least the first top 3 seeds, because I still think they'll win games. But if he's out postseason time, if he's out for a long period of time, it's unbelievable. And can you believe it, Jesse? We dealt with it with this Carson when we were on a huge run. Eagles say we can't catch a break. No, Wentz did not walk off fine, John, if you really go watch. I mean, you could tell he was really favoring it big time when he tried to play. That doesn't mean I don't know. What I mean? I don't know. We don't know what this is. We'll find out more over the next 24 hours and find out. But to the poll, I agree pre-injury, and that's just going to depend on where we sit after this. If it even.
I'm frozen right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I'll just go real quick. I'll make mine real quick and easy because I'm trying to play Twitter doctor right now with the phone, trying to get any update. I disagreed before whatever the hell just happened with Joel happened. I had the Nets as the number 1 seed before the season. I had the Nets. Jesus God, Pete. I had the Nets as the number 1 seed after the Harden trade. I think that we have what it takes to compete with them in the playoffs. I think we have what it takes to compete with them in the regular season, but I think they're going to smother teams. I would say a vast majority of the teams around the league in the regular season, so much to where they're just going to outscore them. And we're talking, we haven't even really seen this team with all 3 of them when they play together. They it's kind of been interchanging amongst the 3. So to me, I believe the Sixers are going to end up as the 2 seed. If Joel is healthy, and obviously if he's not healthy, you can deduct that by a couple seeds, depending on the length of time.
Yep, agreed. Donovan, we appreciate you, brother. He said he had the same thing happen when we played Portland and Philly, and he came back in. All right, if he can't, that's great. Like, I don't like tonight. I don't need him to come back in, but I would like to know that he could come back in, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't need to know, like, Joel comes back. Look at him, right? I just need to know he could, right? If we wanted him to. Make sense? That I need to know. Listen, I'm praying that's it. I'm praying that's it. That it's just it's something a little small, just came down weird. He'll be good. 21 is strong. Well, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of strong guys, 215 Philly, but I'm praying he's good. To the poll, we'll go Jake Brinks, and then we'll get Pete back in here. We'll give him a little time and time out. And we'll allow him to come back in. So we don't have Caesars on air by him jumping in and out. So go ahead, Jake, then Robbie.
Yeah, pre-Joel injury, I disagree to the poll. I think it's gonna be close with the Nets. But I think what we're only half a game ahead of
Brooklyn right
now?
I have it right in front of me. Yeah, half a game.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, could we? Sure, but I just feel like we're just going to finish up with the 2nd seed. Now, again, it's all also predicated on what the Joel injury is going to look like. But pre-injury, I disagreed to the poll.
What? Why you disagree? Why did you disagree pre though? You know,
just because I feel like there's going to be a couple games in there that just aren't going to go our way necessarily, and I feel like just that 1 or 2 games right there in and of itself is going to hurt us down the road. But again, I have us finishing in the 2nd seed.
That's fine. No, I mean I get that. I'm just saying this team right now is a game over 500 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Attaboy Fergie. They're a game over 500 on the road. They're about to be 2 games over 500 on the road. Right? They're dominant at home. They're a different basketball team in years past. Mm-hmm. So I know the Nets look great and they are special. Them three dudes are a problem. But we're a fucking problem. So I'm not until they're in first, right? Until they take over first, which they have not been able to do. And they won 9 in a row at one point and still weren't able to take over first. So until the Nets take over first and hold on to it, I'm going to continue to agree to this poll. You know what I mean? As we have, because they haven't been able to. We've been able to tread that water through guys missing, etc. And they were scorching hot. I mean, even with Durant, you can't. When you win 9 in a row, you win 9 in a row. So I mean, it's not like they would have played better with Durant. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's not like with Durant they'd be better. No, I mean they're loaded right now. They're winning a ton of games. So it's not like missing Durant's even affected them. So that's the crazy thing. So yes, are they special? Them 3 guys? Yeah, of course they're going to be an issue, right? But in terms of the regular season right now, could they beat us out for it? Sure, like Rye said, could they score a ton of points, right? And then the postseason be different? I think they could. I think they could for sure. But I think right now, I mean, again, until they take it over, we're the big bad wolf on the block, the big bad dog. And until you come take over our house, I refuse to disagree to it. Refuse to. I don't care how star powered they are. Now, all that being said, I'm talking a bunch of goddamn shit right now. And my MVP and the MVP of the goddamn fucking lake is in the locker room, right? And we got to deal with this. We got to deal with this emotion. Robbie, go ahead, brother, to the poll.
I don't really care where they finish in the regular season. I care about, like
you should. Did you miss Toronto, Robbie? Did you miss Toronto? Did you miss the 47 million fucking bounces? You should care where we're at. You should care.
No, I mean, no, we got the Nets. I'm not worried about the Nets. It's Milwaukee If we have home court against Milwaukee, that would be huge. But the Sixers are a better team than the Nets. They are. They're a better team than the Nets. At full strength, if both teams are at full strength, I don't care where the games are being played. The Sixers in 5. Sixers in 5, as constructed, over Brooklyn. Play on Mars. Don't care.
Hold on.
I like his confidence.
No, listen, nobody runs with confidence. Sounds like Jalen Rager on Twitter. But the fact of the matter is, you're talking about they take him in 5 and the Nets have home court. Yeah, you're out of your mind. And I love it.
I'm not. Come on, man.
I'm not, and you'll see.
What a big boy. You need home court to even talk to me about 5, Robbie. Come on.
They might get it.
You're disrespecting.
They'll get it unless Joe is done for the year.
Listen,
I mean,
if you want to disrespect Harden, disrespect them. Don't disrespect KD and Kyrie in playoff time. I can't.
I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm thinking the Sixers are a better basketball team.
Better basketball team in 5? If you want to say 6,
Yeah.
I can wrap my head around 5.
6, 5, 7. It doesn't matter. I have in 5. You pick whatever you want.
5's you on a Friday night, scrolling Tinder. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's in and out. It's quick.
That's the point. Yeah, that'd be ideal. And they can do it. But yeah, they're a better basketball team than Brooklyn. It's really only between Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and the Sixers. I mean, I think the other teams being 6 games back, I think that's too much. Like, you're not making, say Joe is out for a couple weeks and then he comes back. The Sixers are probably going to be looking at like a 3 seed. I mean, he shouldn't play the next couple of games. I don't care if there's anything wrong with them or not.
Sixers are very good. Okay. And to me,
they're outstanding. They're outstanding. They have everything you need to win. And if Matisse, we were talking about Matisse pre-show, if Matisse is going to be aggressive like he's been, playing possessed basketball right now, I mean, nobody's beating the Sixers in the East. No one's beating the Sixers in the league.
That's fine. But to say 5, that's
fine. You disagree.
No, it's not even disagree. I'll meet you with 6, but 5's outlandish.
Fine. All right, fine. And if we get you to not blow, just fine, 6. Okay. I think it's 5. You can predict, whatever.
No, you're not allowed to say that. Say 6.
But I said 5. But I said 5.
Bad Juju's talking 5. Like we're in out. Boom. Oh my God, look at this. I mean,
that's what it's going to be like. I'm much more concerned about a Milwaukee or a Miami Heat team laying in the weeds or Boston Celtics team laying in the weeds than I am the fucking Nets.
Wow.
I'm not worried about the Nets at all.
You and Wilson go get a room together.
Not worried about the Nets at all. He's a smart guy.
One of those inconsistent teams right now. And the Celtics they're just not a good basketball team right now. Like,
Boston's going to get it together. Sixers are going to have to go through.
They've been saying that all season. I'm waiting to see it.
Freak out of here! You're out of your mind. You think the Celtics are in a better place than the Nets right now? Like the Celtics were
in a playoff series, yeah.
The Celtics were full strength the other night. The Nets didn't have KD, and the Nets beat them by double digits. Knock it off, right? I hate James Harden, but I will not sit here and shit on Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant come playoff time. Both winners.
No one's shitting on anyone. I'm not shitting on anyone.
Day 5 is a shitstorm. It's to me
1918. No, spare me.
Way overconfident to say 5. Who the fuck are we?
Very confident in this basketball team.
Me too, not 5 confident. Listen, if you're not,
yes, I'm more confident than you. I don't know.
Like I said to you, if we beat the Nets in 5, I will run the Broad Street naked. Okay? I will run the Broad. I'm on the record if we beat them in 5 because I just think that's delusional talk. Like that's I'll be excited. I'll be if we beat them in 5. So I would love for you to be right. And then not for the dick tease that will happen on Broad Street, but everything else I would hope for you to be right. Okay? Go ahead, Pete, to the poll. Did they finish in first? Did they hold on to it? Will they retain it, agree or disagree?
I mean, I tend to agree with the poll. Obviously, this is before injury and once we find out what's going to happen with Joel. But, I think we have the best team in basketball. I think if Joel's healthy, he's the MVP of the league. Ben Simmons is the defensive player of the year. You have a stud in Tobias Harris. Green is serviceable. Curry is going to give you exactly what you need shooting, and you have some decent bench pieces. I have no doubt that we could stay in first for the rest of the season. Obviously, the Nets are hot on their ass, but, they have injury issues in themselves. You don't know how KD is going to handle injuries in the second half. You don't know whether or not Kyrie will play in those instances. And, I don't like their bench at all. They give up like 120, 125 a game. Like, obviously they score a lot, but I just don't think they can keep up with us for the rest of the season. I really like this basketball team and everything that goes along with it, from the general manager, from the players, from the coach. I don't see how, if everything is firing on all cylinders, that we can't remain the best team in basketball and the number one team in the conference.
Listen, yeah, it's all things being equal, yes. If Joe's fine, then yes, we're the big bad wolf on the block, the big bad dog, and you got to come take it from us. And until then, I won't give it to you, right? But I'm still not going to say come playoff time that we're guaranteed to go in and start dominating people. Like, that's got to be seen still too, right? We're still young. Sure. We're still young in that point. That's why, for me, I always put the expectations this year just getting to an Eastern Conference final. That's it. Like, then you're out of money to me. I never wanted to put higher expectations on this basketball team than I thought they were right up. Now, did them expectations change through the course of the season? Sure. But even if you are the number one seed, I think we're all good if this team gets to the Eastern Conference final. Now, will we be upset if they lost? Of course we would, right? Because we're diehards. But at the end of the day, we would see that growth. All right, guys. Is there? I'm sure there's no news, Ryan, yet, right?
No,
I am literally like doing like the crazy thing.
Refresh.
Refreshing every 2 seconds, Tom.
There's nothing yet.
Woj. Philadelphia, Joel Embiid will undergo an MRI on his left knee. Sources tell ESPN he left tonight's game, so the MRI is happening, and I think that would happen either way. Even if you thought it was okay, but just that's the first update.
Because they did an MRI on Tobias when he left with the knee injury a couple weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. And nothing came back.
Didn't they do one on Joel earlier in the season when he got hurt?
Derek Bodner came out real quick. Derek Bodner came out and he said, what, Dwight Howard's limping back to the locker room? What is this?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
They showed him walking off.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Derek Bodner was saying it looked like a hyperextension, but that's
what I heard too.
I hope so. I hope that's
God. It's anything.
I'm not a big medical guy. Like, what's a hyperextension like time wise?
Like week 2 to 6. Yeah, like, I don't know.
2 to 6 what? Weeks? You think?
For a hyperextension?
Yeah, I thought it was like a week, maybe 2, just depending on.
I mean, they're gonna milk the shit out of it as they should. I mean,
I'll go to Google. Hold on.
Minutes restrictions. Like, he's not gonna be. It's unfortunate because if he's gonna miss time. How much remains to be seen, but I mean, he was locked in for the MVP.
Guys, when Joel tweeted last night that he wanted the Sixers to build around Tony Bradley, I feel like that's a bad omen now that Howard and Embiid are both in the locker room.
Yeah, here we are, right? I mean, here we are.
Tony Bradley season.
Marky Mark, I completely agree with you. This bench deserves a ton of credit. The last 2 nights, they played extremely well. They've heard the talk. Right, from all of us, right, about trades and etc. And give all these guys credit so far to start the second half, of the season. These first 2 games, they came to play. Now with Ben back, even if Joe missed a couple weeks, this team's going to win games. I'm just telling everybody right now, they're going to win games. Okay, especially if this bench can play like this. So I still think they retain it. But now, how long can Danny like it now?
Real quick, so I checked via the Google. It says that it is a 2 to 4 week recovery period for a hyperextension.
Yeah, I was close.
No, I mean, am I wrong for saying right now, like, we're completely in the dark? All we know, an MRI is happening.
Yeah, and he's probably not going to win MVP.
Oh God. You're right, Briggs. It just like set into me like that, like how painful that is to hear. But
but I had $40 at 40 to 1 odds on him to win MVP.
Okay, so you're definitely more mad
right?
than I
am. Yeah.
Your frustration.
Yeah, I do sympathize with that. My mindset is like, can we just get him back for the playoffs? Like, that's like what my mind is going.
That's all I care about.
Anything sooner, great. But I'm just like, can we get him back for game 1, please?
Yeah, I'm a little more selfish. Like, can I have like 2 weeks at the end of the regular season? Like, you know what I mean? Can I get you back for the last 2 weeks of the regular season? Get your legs back under you? Yeah, I'm selfish. I could give a rat's ass about the MVP. Honestly, I don't care. Because if you come back and you dominate in the playoffs, like this guy, as long as his knee isn't fucked up, this dude's gonna be fine and he's special, right? Just I'll say it one more time to the people out there and pound that like if you're praying for Joel Embiid. Pound that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button, and pray to whatever God you pray to. Right now, we're gonna take a 10-second moment of silence and we're gonna pray to whatever gods we pray to together as a family for Joel Embiid's health. So everybody take 10 and we'll be right back. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your time. I should be like a pastor. You know what I mean? Preaching.
You can just go online and get the certification. It's easy. My dad did it. Yeah,
we'll get my buddy who's a monk in here and
what?
Bless you.
$20 later.
Your buddy's a monk.
What's going on here? Hold on.
Yeah. He's a friar.
Everybody, shut the fuck up. Jake, stop. Hold the phone.
What
breaks? Did you just say?
I am ordained.
You're ordained. So
I am ordained.
Wow. What do you do with that? Cool. I would love to know. Are you pulling like a James Jones? Was that his name?
I literally just did it because it's the funniest fucking thing ever.
Or you just did it for the troll? So what? You can hang the certificate? Like
well, that and what do you call it? I can marry people if I wanted to.
Yeah. My neighbor.
If I ever need that in my back pocket.
There you go.
Oh, Johnny Lynch. Johnny Lynch said Woj said Sixers are calling it a hyperextended left knee. Please, God. Please, Jesus. Let him do like
work. It worked.
I've never been so excited for a hyperextended knee in my life.
Right.
Yeah, but like didn't with Wentz, like you knew right when it happened. He's done. I didn't get that feeling. I didn't get that feeling there.
Real quick. No, because he threw the touchdown after. So you weren't sure. But when he walked back to the locker room, oh my God, that knee's bad. I just watched it again.
But do you remember that play though, Tommy? When he threw the touchdown?
He gets hurt before he gets hit. Like the leg buckles before he gets sandwiched in the end zone, though.
Mm.
No.
Right, but then when he threw the touchdown pass, you knew something was wrong because the Chargers dropped everyone and he just stood there and didn't try and create anything. The Rams, sorry.
It's a hyperextended knee. Yep.
Yeah, with Carson, it was the 3 plays before. It was the 3 plays and then the touchdown. And yeah, he was just standing there, so you knew something was off, but like you weren't exactly sure.
I was.
I think when he went to the locker room, like
I knew he was hurt. I just wasn't sure how bad he was.
Tom, on that above shot, when they showed him with the head down walking to the locker room, you could see the buckle in the knee. You saw it doing this.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Like he threw the touchdown pass because remember they had a penalty on him going in the end zone. Everybody forgets that there was a penalty, and that when he on his rush in the end zone there was a penalty, so it got called back, and then he threw the touchdown to Alshon. But even on that touchdown, he couldn't move. Like if you he couldn't move on that. Berkey! Yeah,
everyone's favorite son.
Yeah, Brandon.
He's hitting a lot of shots.
Hey, we'll take it.
I know. It's great.
We will
just
take
one more dimension to this basketball team.
Freaking
Now, I know everybody's saying hyperextension, but I will say this with like other guys in the past, like Clay, some other guys. I've heard hyperextension after the injury, like after guys' first injuries, and then it comes back worse. So I'm not gonna assume this is over. You hear hyperextensions before, and the MRI can come back completely different. So until that MRI is back, I'm not hanging my hat on anything.
I'm on wood for you.
To your point, Tom, if the Sixers are saying it, we know how the medical staffs are in this city. I'm not trusting anything until the third party says something.
No.
Hey, Ryan, how long does it take for an MRI to come back?
24.
Yeah, we'll know tomorrow
hours?
morning. We'll know tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
We'll know immediately.
They got to wait for swelling. If there's any swelling, they got to wait for it to go down to take the MRI. So usually they'll take it the day after. So we'll probably get that. He probably got like an X-ray tonight just to make sure nothing's broken, and then they'll go in for the ligaments tomorrow and make sure.
So we're not going to know
till
like
outside
Monday.
And everyone's crying in the morning. That's how you'll know.
I swear to God, there's something with this All-Star break curse. Even like we were talking like last week, hey, if they're not playing, okay, it's fine in the All-Star game because they're not going to get hurt. Every friggin' year around the All-Star break, there's a major injury.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they're not playing.
We got the benefit of the Barber Gate, right? We got Barber Gate. We won and we went and won last night without both of them. So we're feeling good. We're coming into this show. We got we listen, let's not lie. We were 6 at midnight before we hit go live here, right? When go live happened, even when I hit go live, it took a second for it to say go live on the screen to me. Everything was a little off. Everything started a little weird, right? Everything started a little strange to me. And then it's literally to come into an intro. I mean, you're talking about yesterday was a year from the hardest show I've ever had to fucking do. And I know Rye agrees with me when we were on when the NBA shut down.
It is a year
ago yesterday. Okay. And now you're doing this to me. Now you're freaking doing it. What did I do as a sports fan to deserve any of this? None of it. Don't put this juju on us. We deserve to have some nice things once in a while. And Sixers fans are loyal son of a bitches. I don't care what happens in groups. Most Sixers fans, just like every other Philly sports fan, is loyal, and they love their team, and we waited for this. We literally all turned on the TV to watch 8-win seasons with a straight goddamn face and watching Tony Rotens of the world and Ish Smiths and stinking for this moment. And you're going to let me hit go live on this, and you're really going to have the audacity to see my generational big man, my goddamn generational big man, go down like that. I'm just speaking for myself. I know everybody else how they feel. Okay, I deserve better. I fucking deserve better. All right.
I had season tickets to a 10-win season, and this is how it ends for him. Are you bleeping serious?
Not over yet.
I know, but I'm a little emotional right now. All right.
No, you're right, Pete, and you're the type of guy I'm talking about Sixers fan-wise. Like, there's a lot of my buddy had season tickets through 8 wins, 10 wins, 12 wins. Like, the whole time, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, it
was not easy.
He just loved going to the games and watching shit. Q, I think we are too, brother. We're cursed as a city. We truly are. Like, Carson's on an MVP tear. Boom, Nick. Joel.
Yeah, they were talking about, is it like an MVP curse when we have guys who are in the midst of becoming MVPs, and boom, something happens. Embiid, Carson, who else?
The last guy was Jimmy, and he was healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, blame it on
Howie's fault. I don't know how. It's his fault.
I'm currently rewatching the beginning of the show, just because I'm clipping it. So anyone who missed our reaction, I'm gonna put it on YouTube and everywhere. That way, it's saved just for our enjoyment, I guess, to see the pain in our eyes.
Yay.
The difference between a second before the injury happened when he put the guy on a poster to the fear in our eyes. Hold on, I'll show you while Tom's talking.
This is so sad.
What's this? Talking. We have no idea what's about to happen. Puts him on a poster. Jake sees it.
Just frozen.
This is so stupid.
Look at Tom's face.
Freaking.
Tom knows.
I got my hair short with a win everywhere.
Try doing an opening like that, dude. My head's freaking spinning. I don't know where I'm going. I got Rob cut me off like Wilson does. I'm trying to get through the crossing the freaking T's and dotting the I's. I got him coming off. Pete freaking cut me off down there. Everybody's cutting off. I don't know where I'm going. I'm watching my generational talent be on the ground. A bunch of idiots.
And Tom,
on a daily basis. And
Tom, to your point, Tom, when we were talking about
real quick, right? Rob couldn't laugh if you fucking made it, if you literally went like this with his fucking face. Yeah, if I went like this, he missed about 15 jokes tonight. 15 jokes have gone over his head, and I'm really concerned about him now. Like, I'm really concerned about his ability to perform at a high level. I'm concerned. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Based on what? What jokes?
I made like 5 at least little.
I heard them.
Okay, I just want to confirm you heard them.
Yeah.
To Brinkman's defense, it's not really a laughing time. It's a sensitive time.
And on the video, I'm sitting there with a stupid smirk on my face because I know I just missed out on a fucking grand. Because he's definitely not winning the MVP.
I love that you're going to the money. Money right there.
That's a lot of money.
Wow, how much did you bet?
Is that Malcolm Jenkins after the Eagles lost in the playoffs? Yeah. Is that you, Malcolm?
Oh, no, I waited a whole 24 hours. No, you didn't, Malcolm. I see you.
No, what I will say in defense, if there's a time to cut off, that was a time to cut off. So,
yeah, I short-circuited a little bit.
Of course you should. I wouldn't expect anything less from you guys. You aren't true fans if you all didn't have reactions through that moment. I'm just breaking your balls. Yes, the most important player in Philly sports right now is Joel,
Yep.
and it's not even close.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's not even close because even if Bryce takes over and wins the NL MVP, it's still Joe, in my opinion. And I love Bryce.
What do you got, Ray?
We know this is a serious matter when David J. Chow, Dr. Chow, Pro Football Doctor of Twitter, chimes in on the endeavor. He says that let's hope for left knee hyperextension with a bone bruise and nothing more.
Does he have a blue check mark?
Yes, he does. Yeah, Dr. Chow. He's the Pro Football Twitter. He's the Twitter doctor. He's the Twitter doctor.
I know, but I just Dr. Chow. Is that Chow from like The Hangover?
Yeah. Leslie? Dr. Leslie Chow.
If that means that it's not a tear for Joel, sure, I'll say that it is. No, Dr. Chow's the same guy who chimed in on the Wentz thing.
What did he say on the Wentz thing? I would love to know.
He was the first one on Twitter that thought it was bad. Okay. And I remember a bunch of Eagles fans going at him being like, don't you say that. Don't you say that.
So it's still open. But I'll say this. They're going to win this game, obviously. So what back-to-back? Like you're playing against – this has been the problem in years past, right? You're playing against teams that aren't as good as you, all right? You're missing your two best players the night last night, right? And then you're on a back-to-back, and you get Joe back, right? And you're able to go beat up on two teams you're supposed to on the road back-to-back. That's a sign. This team is now 2 games over 500 on the road. That is so important and shouldn't be left out of this conversation. The bench, the guys who have stepped up over the last 2 nights, right? That's a sign of guys that understand that they don't want to leave, right? And are playing and locking in. I love where this basketball team at. Like they're showing Shake's numbers tonight, right? Shake have a great night. Listen, a lot of guys had really good nights tonight, and you're missing your facilitator too, right? So you're missing your facilitator, and you're on a back-to-back, right? Usually guys are gonna have down nights usually, right? You're getting 18 from Ferk, you're getting 18 from Shake. Listen, right, we've talked about it ad nauseum. That's the only numbers I need. I don't need anything else off my bench. If both of them guys give me 18, call it a night. I don't need nothing else. Now, Thibel's not in now, so he won't get double digits. But just count his 8 as double digits because that's how I look at his 8, right? You have all 5 starters in double digits, right? And no Ben. And you have 2 bench guys that almost dropped 20. This is so everybody talks to me about the Nets can score. We can score at a high level too with Joel back. We're doing this without Ben and then without Joe last night. I think these are 2 telling wins. They're telling wins. And what I mean by telling is usually teams in the NBA on back-to-back against lesser competition cough one up, especially missing the guys they missed. And that shows you that this team is well coached, all right? And some of these younger guys, like a Matisse, a Shake, a Ferky, are starting to play better basketball. And that's a great sign, guys, because it can't just be like we watched Joel Embiid go down, right? We still have a lot of talent when Ben comes back. Let's not be mistaken, right? There's still a lot of talent when Ben Simmons comes back. Ben's generational too. Not Joel Embiid, but Ben's generational too. So we can still win a lot of fucking games over a 2-3 week span. But the rise point and Brinks is getting back by the playoffs. Just be okay. Just be okay. I'm not gonna ask for anything else. What happened to Ferk's? Maxi's minutes, Paul? They've gone away because he's young and because you have Shake and there's you bring him along slowly. Yeah, and Marky Mark, I agree, Marky Mark. I think we see a Ben Simmons that's dropping like 25, 30 a night the second Joel's out. Like I think we see an aggressive Ben Simmons, which listen, if he's dropping 30 a fucking night, which I don't know if he does, right? But if he's that aggressive, this team's gonna hold on to that number 1 seed. I'll tell you that right now. If he's aggressive, they hold on to it.
If he does, what he did, it's so odd how like everything in Philly, like it's like mirroring images in a way. If he does what he did his rookie season when Joel was out and he came back as masked Embiid, when Ben Simmons was the leader on the court, he was like the best player in the NBA for like 3 weeks when they went on that winning streak. If Simmons can replicate that kind of aggressiveness, and he's a way better player now than he was then, but if he can do that, this team's going to be absolutely fine for the time being. So like to Tom's point, it would be one thing if it was Joel Embiid and just a bunch of scrubs or Joel Embiid, a bunch of role players. But we still have Ben Simmons here, who was playing at an all-time level as far as in his career before, obviously, the All-Star break. You still have guys. You have Tobias Harris who you can lean on. And also, and I'm not recommending, I'm not all of a sudden we have to go out and get, a big splash now to sub in for Joel or anything, but you also have available options in trade and buyouts to add some maybe more insurance policies or depth, other ways of scoring while Joel was away.
Well, how about that name? How about the name that John Coyle brought up earlier? If Joe's out for 3 or 4 weeks, would you? I mean, I don't like Andre Drummond, but like you might need the body. Would you take him? I think his stats are always meaningless. I think he's the most meaningless 2020 guy you'll ever see in the history of basketball for some reason. But I mean, in terms of having a body, I would. Listen, real quick. I know Pete, you had something to say. Huge win. That's back-to-back on the road. That's 2 games over 500 on the road. That's a lot of guys stepping up without another star and without 2 of your stars. With 5 minutes to go, at the game you can still cough up, even though you're up 18-20, right? I mean, there's a lot of time left when Bradley Beal's on the court, right, and Russell Westbrook, and they were able to sustain that lead and win this game by 20-6 on the road and on a back-to-back, right? That's big. That's big, right? And now you're what, a full game? You're game and a half up.
Mm-hmm.
Game and a half up on the Nets.
God, they had to
Stop showing.
Again.
Why are they doing it?
That's the play of the game. That's the play of the game. You kidding me, NBC? Now I'm triggered.
Hold on, I'm looking at the walk. Look at the. Somebody rewind that. And look at the walk.
Turn it off. Don't keep
rewind
watching
the walk. Rewind the walk. Somebody rewind.
I'm on cable. I don't have it.
They need to rewind the walk.
Hold on. Let me see.
Evan, I couldn't agree with you more, Evan. I'm in shock. I'm in disbelief. The second hardest show I've had to do at A2D. The first was yesterday, last year. When
366 days.
When me and Ryan actually had to start a show and said, "Oh, the NBA shut down. That's fun. Okay, let's do a show."
That show also started with a random breaking news thing. Remember when we were on the air, Ralphie came in our headset saying NBA shutdown? Like we were on the air and we look over and we see Ralph and he tells us.
No, I thought it happened right before we went on.
No, we were on camera. We were on camera. Like we literally look to the left, Ralph tells us, and you see us put our headset on and we're on the air.
As like the music and everything was coming in, he told us.
Yes.
Yeah, we knew like coming in. We knew before, but it's like the same thing. Hit go live, and it was like, wait, what happened? And then we were watching the 10 o'clock games, right? And remember, they pulled everybody off the court. The doctors came running on the fucking court. We're like, what's going on here?
It was literally like we were on our phones, and it just kept coming through and coming through and coming through and coming through.
Evan, yeah, this is up there with the Kawhi shot. Unless he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say it one more time. If you want to pray for Joel Embiid, the best thing you can do right now is hit that like button and take 10 seconds wherever you're at and say a prayer and say a prayer to whatever God you pray to and make it right. But on another note, pound that like, pound that subscribe wherever you're listening to us at. All right, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. I know our Twitter's been suspended, but guess what? They can't get me. I got the A2D radio handle, so oops, gotcha. So you can watch all our live shows still on Twitter. So we didn't go anywhere live show wise. So
Dr. David Chow chimes back in.
Another one from Chow.
He's answering questions. This is what he does. He's the Twitter doctor.
With the Chow, man.
Yeah, no, he's the Twitter.
Let's get him on. Send him the link. See if he'll come on.
Get him on.
Inbox him right now, right? That's serious.
Yeah, do it.
A2D radio and say,
yeah,
hey, I'd give it 5 minutes. We're live on the air right now, And
Make Tom feel better.
Oh, can we get the? Can
Make
we
us all feel better.
Everybody that's listening right now, go to Chow's inbox and say, please come on A2D Radio. Everybody's listening.
Right now.
Go to Chow, get in his inbox.
This is
Boom.
him.
That's it. David J. Chow, the pro football doc.
And
Everybody,
see the check mark? See the check?
Make it so it goes on the screen. Can you make it so it goes on the screen? His Twitter handle?
Oh yeah, I can put it in a graphic.
Yeah.
Marie does. Marie just said, Briggs getting rolled over. Huh?
Wait, what happened?
Hold on.
The return of the prodigal Yam says, I'm an atheist, but
No, there's that yams. Anyway, by the way, should I slide in his DMs and be like, you up? What are you doing? You know what I mean?
I don't think his DMs are open. I just checked.
Who, Chow? Tweet at him. Somebody tweet at him. Everybody tweet at him.
I'm tweeting at him right now.
On. Jason, I'm sick too, brother, but I'm trying to stay positive. You know, winners are 2 in a row. I hope he's going to be okay. Brandon.
I was watching.
I was spotting. I spot Chow. I rolled up dollar bill and Colombian Bang Bang to come on the show. Yeah. Free cocaine, Chow.
Dr. Chow saying that because somebody asked him if a ligament damage is a worry in a knee hyperextension, and he said the ACL is the big time worry.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has hyperextension, it can also come with some ACL damage.
You never know. I'm saying 61 people watching on YouTube, 37 likes. Everybody pound that like. Get our Sixers faithful in here right now. All right. Help us quit our jobs. Okay. That's all the things you can do by pounding that like button. All right. And the other thing, and the fact of the matter is, we want more people in here because we're going to do a prayer service again at 10:30. We're doing another 10 seconds of prayer at 10:30. We need a win for the prayer as possible.
We got the music ready. I'll get the music ready.
Family prayer coming up at 10:30. Live on
Jake, you're up, buddy.
Listen, I just marry people. I don't do the whole.
Well, you're not. That who it was? The freaking cult leader. Is that who his name was?
Oh,
the it's like something Jones, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Like one of the scariest people, like Donnie Wahlberg.
Alex Jones.
Donnie Walker.
Donnie Wahlberg does the show. Like
Donnie Wahlberg, yep.
America's like.
Oh, what the hell is it? Now it's going to bother me.
Oh, who is it? It's something Jones. He's like the freaking preacher.
Yeah.
And he called me, but everybody. Moron. You're an idiot.
Freaking idiot. Oh, Lord.
Oh, please. There's no silver left. Here we go. I see you, Brink. You already hit the Chow up. I'll retweet.
Yeah, I hit him up. We'll see if I'll do it again soon, too.
Steven, no, you won't get an official update till tomorrow, brother, on Joel. I hate to say that, but you're not getting an MRI tonight. I mean, you could maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
maybe even longer than that.
Returning the prodigal Yams. We know it's a left knee injury. We don't know the extent. San said he's going to be good. He's going to play in 2 to 4 weeks. San, I am praying to God you are right.
Tom, you know what I need you to do when we do our prayer service? Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to be like, those old videos where they go and somebody can't walk and all of a sudden they can walk again.
When Willy Wonka comes out of his chocolate factory for the first time and he's limping around and then he does like a spin.
Yeah. He does the
twirl.
Sure, we can.
And he's fine.
You want to run a mile? You know what I mean? Like I'll do like Greg. You'll be able to run a mile.
Yes, and like you just touch him on the shoulder and he'll jump up and he'll start doing somersaults. Like I'm gonna need. I'll get the music ready.
Ralph, he'd be able to run a mile while like. You know what I mean? Like Ralph.
Without pulling his hamstring.
Yeah, like Ralph, Chase, we appreciate you, brother. He said, love you guys. Hope you guys keep growing. I'll be praying for no tear. Listen, we can't thank you enough. You guys keep pounding that like. Keep telling the people listen, this is the best in the fucking business. We got 1 million shows. We got more coming, more things happening. So we grow with you guys. I was telling somebody earlier who wants to do shows here, just saying like how it started is, just wanted to have a voice. Just want to have a voice and talk sports. And, you find more and more people that want to have that voice. And we're anti-fucking big media, right? We're always going to be anti the big boy, even when we are the big boy, because there's no agendas. It's just fans. And that's what everybody here is. You know what I mean? Nobody gives a shit about getting in the locker room. We give a shit about wins and losses and giving you our opinions. Like, that's what we care about. We all got in it for it. So, we have a ton of great guys, and we, to credit to everybody, we keep growing. Jimmy says, also Tobias fell on his face from 8 feet above the ground and came back in 5 minutes later. Jesus, I didn't even see that.
I forgot about that.
Was that last season or was
Yeah,
it?
It was the last game of the regular season last year, right? I think that's what it was.
I thought he was like really hurt and messed up when I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Epic Eagle says, I guarantee you don't get a Joel Embiid prayer service on any other Philly sports show. Hell no, you don't. Tell everybody.
It'd be
offensive.
10:30.
Now, Tom, just so I know, so we're prepared, do we want some like upbeat music or do we want some like inspiration? I mean, I've got this.
Yes.
Yes. We're gonna rise up.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
We're all gonna do the wave.
Rise up, baby.
Woo!
Rise up.
We should be this cheerful.
Rise up off your knee.
Oh, brother, testify.
I'm rising you up. I'm healing your ACL. I'm healing
I'm
the
literally 3 seconds from crying, tears.
I'm burying Dr. Cal. You don't even need the surgery. You just need the touch, Joe. Just the touch of heals you. No notes in that service. But I can't. I got to give it time. I already said 10:30. I've already went through.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all of us. When we all
Bro,
get
you're killing me, man. You're killing me with this.
Look at that. Evan,
Let the power of the Lord heal your ACL.
Evan, in a critical moment, goes and takes a shot at his co-host on Flight Zone. You can find only on HED Radio at 9:30 Monday nights, right after the Sports Hounds. Evan said, now your boy Simmons has a lot to prove.
What's he got to prove?
Oh my God. Ricky, that's true, Ricky. He said he wants to catch the Holy Ghost.
10:30. Hit that like, share the show, right? Put it if you're ever on Instagram, put it in your stories. Do something. Let's go. Get us out there. Continue to comment. 10:30. I'm gonna take a couple sips of water here. I might take a.
Is it holy water? Is it holy water?
I'm gonna get some things ready. But this is gonna be the come up. This is gonna be the greatest thing that's ever happened in Philly sports. We are going to heal Joel Embiid as a family. Together as the people. We're going to heal you, Joe. You don't need nobody else. No doctor, no MRI, nothing.
Jake, I've got my spotlight ready.
Hold on. I got mine.
I'm going to need you all to turn off your lights in your houses, and you're just going to have your lights on like we're in a ballpark. All right? Or you're in a ballpark just with our lights on at night. That's how it's going to be. All right, I'm gonna need everybody's lights off and phone lights on. So that's what we're gonna need here. And you guys out there
in 4 minutes.
It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird, but it's gonna work.
It's necessary, family. It's not. We don't want to do this, but we need to do it.
It's gonna be like Adam Banks and Mighty Ducks 2. He's gonna be hurting. He's gonna be hurting. He'll be hurt going to bed. He's gonna wake up and he's just gonna be magically healed and he'll get the play.
God bless the cake eater.
I think whoever said in the comments before 2 to 4 weeks, someone said. I think that's like what it's gonna be. Okay. That's my gut feeling.
Yeah, it's my gut too, but I don't want to. I feel bad.
We're still doing the prayer service. Like don't want to just like. We're gonna get them better. We'd be on the two side.
I don't think I've been to a prayer since Georgetown.
I haven't been to a prayer. My goodness gracious! I mean, I'll probably have to go to a prayer with my son just to raise him the right way when he's young. But I haven't been to a prayer in forever. And when he's like 12 and saying he doesn't want to go anymore, I'm like, yeah, me either. We're good.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in a church in 3 years, and the last time was in Georgetown University.
Yeah,
for you, Mark, we appreciate it, baby. Look, and listen, that's another way. I mean, we're not trying to be selfish, but if you guys want to come in on the super chat and send your prayers that way, we'll greatly appreciate it.
Read them all, baby.
That's another way to help us grow, fam. And we're going to get the subscriber base. Like I talked about, we're just building it out and going to do it the right way. A lot of people rush at it. We don't want to rush at it. We want to make sure everything's fine for you. But we're gonna have discount codes for merch. We're gonna have special Q&A shows. We're gonna have where you come on the shows with us. We're gonna have a bunch of built-in things for our subscriber shows on YouTube, as well as what we already bring to the table. So nothing else is going to change in terms of our shows currently. Peter Nutt, it looks like a hyperextension. We don't know.
Could you imagine like getting off work right now and finding out that happened?
Like, what the hell is?
Like if I just got out of work after driving the truck all day, and I came home and was like, "Oh man, I wonder what happened to the Sixers," and I read that happen, I would really not be okay.
I might drive off
right
the
now.
road. I might like, you know what I mean? You might find me in a ditch. 2 minutes coming up on prayer.
Oh, we're shutting down the lights too, right? We're gonna shut down the lights. Get the phone light ready to go.
It's on.
And we're gonna heal Joel Embiid as a fan base. This is gonna work. I'm into it.
Hold on, I have to shut my light off now.
Woo!
I'm making preparations. I'll be there.
Yo, we got a barn burner in the ACC semifinal here.
See, this is
Florida State and UNC are going.
See, this is when I really should have invested into being an actual ordained minister. I should have gotten the robe and everything. See, this is when. Damn it!
I contacted somebody, Jake. He's on his way, though.
No!
I know a guy.
What? Dr. Chow?
I know who you got. I know your guy.
Yep, I got a guy. He's on his way.
All right, this will work then. This will work.
I'm always prepared, Jake.
Oh, I know.
I don't know how anybody would be prepared with a robe, but
Oh, this guy's always ready.
he's
Trust me,
ready.
this guy's always
not gonna lie to you, concern. Yeah, just put your phone down flat, right? Instead of shut up. There you go. All right,
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna run through all the things you're gonna be able to do with your phone. All right. I'm gonna tell you everything to do. Right? We're
Jesus.
oh my.
Tom, I tagged you in something on A2D.
Oh,
Somebody's on the moon over there, huh? Right? I mean, good for you.
I told you, I've got my spirit lights ready. I've got them.
Stuff for Cass. I'm gonna need that stuff for Cass.
Sure,
Yeah,
I'll
I mean-
send you the link. I'll give you the. I'll send you the promo code.
Yeah, love a light show. Big. And you're right. Somebody said about Shake. Shakes look very similar.
oh Jesus!
Nope. We got to get this right. Joel deserves better than this.
Remember Shake though in Portland?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it had a little buckle to it. It had a little buckle.
I said that I thought, man, that's ACL, right? Like I thought that looked like an ACL, just like I think Joe's did, right?
Mhm.
Doesn't mean it is. Listen, the prayer service is going to start here in a few. Everybody, get ready. We're going to have the biggest Philly sports prayer of all time, led by the No Notes minister, Pastor Arnone. My first time leading a service, so bear with me. But I plan on putting together a great couple minutes here for everybody, and we're gonna. Oh my God, Pope Frank!
Tom, I actually have.
I see what's going on here. This is gonna be a train wreck. Give me a minute. Oh my God, look at him! Look
Holiness!
look at you! Look at you!
I told you, I had a guy. I had a guy.
Pope Frank's here. He'll help me lead this service that's coming up.
All right, but
Same
first,
congregation.
let me get some holy water. It's holy now. All right, there we go.
Tom, on the soundboard.
100% holy.
See, there's a song you can play if you want. It's called Every Voice. It's in there.
Oh my God.
It could
Now
be
where?
Let's.
on
It can't
iTunes.
hurt.
On iTunes.
I know.
Can't
but
hurt.
Where would it be? What's
Just
it called?
search Every Voice
Yes, that is the name of the song.
or church. Just search church.
Church.
Oh, hold on. Let me get Jesus' blood real quick.
Oh Lord.
Did you find it, Tom?
Yeah.
I've just
Oh, a
lit.
candle. I like where your head's
Yes, I have just lit the Joel Embiid
Oh,
healing
good
Yankee
You know
candle.
where we keep our
hold on.
candles.
at.
It was sitting right next to me, and I thought
There
it'd be
you
a
go,
good
buddy.
idea to spark it up. Can't
Don't set
hurt.
anything on fire.
I knew I kept this Halloween lantern here for a reason.
There you go.
Does it work? Oh, it works.
Trying to find this before we go on.
I feel the Lord's presence.
I'm ready to go.
Oh my Lord.
It didn't come up when I searched it.
Okay.
I don't have Jesus' blood, but I got limoncello instead.
Evan Squire.
Sure, we can try.
Perfect.
It's only a second, though, right? It's not a long one.
It is not long enough.
I can play. I got it. I can play it over here.
Loop. Hold on. Let me loop. I can keep hitting it. All right, everybody. Try to get us over 100 live viewers here. Okay. We're gonna do something for Joel Embiid. All right. Pastor Arnone's here. Pope Frank's here. It's gonna be I'm gonna turn off my lights. Gotta rise up. Everybody,
Can you guys hear that?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
But I have music coming, right? So don't worry. We'll do a combo. One, I'll play that a couple times, and then we'll go to yours. All right. We're going to need a rise up type of music from you.
Got it. I can do that.
Really, really get the people up out of their chairs. All right.
Got it.
Sidekick here for this Colt.
Let's see here. By the way, everyone listening on SoundCloud and Spotify and Spreaker, you're going to be very confused over what's happening.
I mean, it is the church. People are going to be confused. It's just a phase, as they say in the church.
Frank, shut up.
Jesus, Frank, I don't regret texting you.
No, I think I'm going to leave
Please.
the Philly sports call. I think it's too late for me.
I mean, we already have to deal with the Philesians.
Okay, I've got the rise up music ready, Tom.
This Kindle
Frank
smells fantastic.
is feeling the Lord right now.
I love this stuff.
Massively feeling the Lord.
Okay.
We're all going straight to hell for this.
No, we're not. Going right where we should go.
I got monks to absolve me. I'm good.
I was going there anyway, Pove or Brinks.
Yeah.
Getting the wrong name.
Pove just
That
texted.
sends you to hell.
Yeah, meet me at the bar, Brodo.
Yep, I'll see you then.
Gonna meet
Yep.
some interesting
Welcome
people.
in to A2D Radio. I guess you can call it a church service, a little rise up service. All right, we're gonna take 10 seconds. Again, we're gonna say a prayer to whoever we pray to, Joel Embiid, and then we're going to rise him up. We're gonna rise him up from the ACL, the MCL, right? Every CL that there is, we're gonna fix it right here, right in this little church service that we're we're gonna take a little moment of silence for Joel. To take a moment, and we will rise him up. So what we need to do is, Frank, I'm going to need you to take a second and take some of that water.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to sprinkle a little bit on them. Just sprinkle a little bit of the holy water on them, and that's where we'll start. Yep. That's where we'll start.
So I wish this is a 3D so people can get the water all over them. They can get drenched with the holy water. They get drenched by Jesus.
I can feel him.
Can you? On a lot of things. I don't know if I'm feeling him yet.
Drenched by Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, Zenu, Buddha, Vishnu, whatever everybody worships.
Use your witchcraft.
Tom Cruise.
The spaghetti monster. Hail Selassie the First of Ethiopia.
I think Chris Dunn might have the quote of the night. That's all. Oh my God, that's great.
Greg's coming in like he had no idea what's happening.
Greg, just
Someone's gonna start jumping on the couch soon.
Greg, we'll talk tomorrow. It's fine. It's fine, Greg. We'll just talk tomorrow.
We can't have nice things here, but we're going to take a second and we're going to heal. We're going to heal the knee. If it's a hyperextension, we're going to heal it. Whatever it is, we're going to take a moment now and we're going to rise Joel Embiid up off the freaking court of this shit arena in Washington. We're going to rise him up off the court. Right? We're going to rise him up. He's going to fly the plane home. He's flying the plane home himself. The plane's going on his back. All right? We're rising the knee up. Right? We're getting it back to the MVP. Get him back to the MVP. Yell out that the knee's going to be fine. Yell out. Yell out. Yell out to your people. Yell out to the okay.
My brother.
Our team's going to be okay. We can have nice things in Philadelphia. We deserve the nice things that we sometimes get. I need you to get up out of your chair. Get up out. We're going to make Joel walk. We're going to make him walk again. Walk again, Joel. Walk again. As no pastor like to say. We're going to rise you up. We rise you up out of your chair. Woo. Woo.
I feel stronger, so I can't imagine how Joel Embiid must feel. I can feel him getting better in my bones.
Praise
He's
you,
gonna
praise
win.
you,
No,
Lord.
trust the process, brothers and sisters.
Trust the process. Joel Embiid said.
Let the Lord forgive and heal thy ACL.
Praise the Lord, whoever you praise.
Hopefully in his leg.
He fought lions and tigers and bears.
Oh
He's
my!
not going to be okay. Then he's going to be fine. Joel Embiid, we're going to have you walk again. Joel Embiid's walking again. I can see it. I can see it already. I'm searching. I got my crystal ball. And I feel it. Where Rob said in his bones, I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my heart that Joel Embiid next week's going to be back on the court. I feel it in my heart that Joel Embiid's going to drop 32 a night. I feel it in my heart that the MVP conversation's still on the table. I feel it in my heart an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. All right? I feel it. We sat through too much.
Brother Tom.
8-win season to trust the process, and we trusted. We trusted in you. We trusted in you, Joel. So now you got to trust in us. Trust in us and the MER and the MRI. It's going to be fine. Yell out. Yell out, Joel's going to be okay. Yell it out, everybody.
Can you
I
feel
believe
it?
he's all right
I
now.
believe he's gonna be all right.
Can you feel it?
I believe he shall walk again in the light of the Lord.
Yell out, you believe, Pete. Yell out, you believe.
I believe, Brother Tom. I do believe.
Ricky Galone, yell out, you believe, Ricky. Yell it out, Ricky.
Oh, God, this light's burning me.
Good brothers and sisters.
Ryan, that's
Pray
part
to
of it.
Dr. Chow puts out a good report. Pray for the Dr. Chow. Pray for a great rose bomb. We're all praying for a special rose bomb.
Shams bombs work as well.
Feel it in your dick. Feel it in your dick and your balls.
Wait, what?
Feel it in your-
Pause, what?
We're not at the Manscaped sponsor yet.
Whoa, I'm Catholic. I ain't
Not the
going there.
Manscaped
Whoa.
sponsor yet.
Feel it in
We
your
have a
Catholic. Feel when you're laying in bed with your lady, and I feel it. Rise her up. Rise her up. Off the bed. Rise her up. It's all for the greater good. You tell her. The pastor no note said. Pastor no note said, you need this tonight. You need the release. Release it tonight. Release all the tension, everybody. Release it tonight. Not on air, but release it.
Not on air.
We're a family show.
Pray for Joel.
We're good Christian programming.
Oh.
This
Depends on the
lamp is
Christian.
so friggin' hot, by the way. This lamp is burning me, but I'm dealing with it, though. I'll sacrifice my hand for his name.
Hallelujah.
Rise your wife up, Jimmy. Rise up your lady. Rise her up tonight. You deserve it.
Wait, Jimmy's married?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh, I was going to say.
No.
Breaking.
Brendan, wake her up, pregnant or not. I need you all.
Oh, my God, John.
Oh, God, John.
That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted.
Most men have that issue.
We're not going to be in and out. One last time. I need you to all. I need you all take your hands and put them in the air right now. I need you to feel it in your plums, in your loins, right? And you feel him rising up. You feel Joel Embiid rise up. You feel him sprint down the court again in the near future. You feel this basketball team still has all the hopes and dreams of going to the finals. Feel it. Feel it and rise up. Feel it and rise up and tell him and yell out, we're going to be okay. Yell out, we're going to be all right.
You're okay.
Yell out. Yell it out. Yell it out. You like doggy style. Throw weird shit in the mix.
Frank first.
It's a different type of prayer service.
Oh, not that kind of praying.
I don't
want
know if
you all
I'd be
to
allowed back at church.
I want you all to take one more minute here. And I want you to say, I want you all to apologize for any sins that you said wrong about Joel Embiid since he's been drafted here. And I want you to take a moment. I've never said anything wrong about him. some in a different category. But for all you that may have said bad things about him, or even mentioned the word trade, or mentioned the word soft, or mentioned some things that you probably shouldn't have mentioned, I need you to take it back. I need you to pull it back right now. If you don't pull it back, we can't move forward. If you don't pull it back, he won't be okay. You get what you pray for. And some people prayed for bad things. Hey, and we get bad things. I need you to take it back. Pull back anything bad you said. Say it right now. If you said anything bad, say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for talking bad about Joel Embiid over the last few years. This is your moment. It's your moment, my family. Say it back. Take it back right now.
Brother Tom, I'm sorry for anything I ever said bad about Joel Embiid. And I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged with the criticism. And I'm sorry.
Everybody, put your hands on Rob.
Take it all back.
Put your hands on Rob. This is a special moment. Takes a lot to come on and do this right now.
I can feel him.
In an emotional moment, but I can feel him take it back. I can feel his apology. I know it's true.
I can feel the warmth. Oh wait, no, that's just the lamp.
I called him soft.
No, that's just the lamp burning me.
Rob, we appreciate your honesty.
I called him soft. I suggested a straight-up trade for James Harden. I thought he would never blossom into what he has become prior to this knee injury. Didn't think he had it in him. He proved me wrong. Eat Chick-fil-A, my friend, whenever you want. His next Chick-fil-A meal, 1,000% on me. I'll buy him a week's worth of Chick-fil-A if he gets better soon. Milkshakes, there's little cookies they serve, the sweet tea, whatever you want, big guy.
Ooh, I like the sweet tea.
It's a fine
Chicken
product.
biscuits.
You're right.
Rob, I want you to
Anything you want.
Rob,
Maybe you don't want Chick-fil-A. Maybe you want something else.
Rob, I want
Whatever
you
you want.
Rob, I want you to close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes. I'm putting my hand on your head. Right now, my hand is resting on top of your head. So feel coming through my body. Feel him eating Chick-fil-A next week, smiling and running. You feel him do that. You feel him right now do that. I know you can feel him. You feel it. You feel him drinking a milkshake, right? Doing a light jog. You feel it. You feel a post-game shake after a 30 spot. You feel that.
He earned it.
Anybody else need to?
I do. Father Tom.
All right, put your hands on Ryan, everybody in this hot lamp.
Yeah, can I put this down?
Put it down, brother.
We put it down.
My hand is gone.
We're not really trying to send you to hell with the fire yet.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm too young. I have too much to do.
In due time.
Father Tom, everyone.
Father No Notes, have a little respect.
Father Messiah, no notes. Hashtag it, no notes. Best in the business. Hashtag it. TM, trademark. No notes.
Did you imagine your pastor correcting you?
Yeah. It's no notes to you. It's no notes to you.
Father Johnson, have some respect, please.
Please help me.
Forgive me, Lord.
Please help me, for I have sinned, and I have used a note or two. Or maybe three. I was the same person. Frank can attest to this. Tom.
I can testify.
Thank you.
Lord have mercy.
I did say all the way back before we even saw Joel Embiid play that I did not believe we would even see Joel Embiid on a Sixers basketball court.
Oh,
I did not.
blasphemy.
I'm pulling it out of you. I'm pulling it out of you, right?
All the hatred away, please.
Remove that evil from his soul.
I can feel cleansed. I must feel cleansed. And now that I saw
Drink my holy water.
that Joel Embiid not only did play in the Sixers uniform, but has given us so much in such a short amount of time. Father Tom, hashtag no notes, hashtag trademark, hashtag best in the business, no notes, trademark. I also have sinned because I did, in fact, purchase a Boban Marjanovic jersey before I purchased a Joel Embiid jersey. I feel like that is the greatest sin of all, because that is the power of money. And as
And
Brink's
Rob,
can
Put your fucking
You
hand
guys
up,
have to
Rob.
agree to
Put your hand up, Rob. Don't make me come off
Sorry.
it.
I had to scratch my shoulder. Sorry. He
That's
made
no
me. I
excuse
mean,
for the
I
Lord.
burnt my hands off, Brink.
No.
Your shoulder's fine, okay?
My arm
You're
is
not a pitcher. You're not a pitcher.
Just for that, Rob, that's another $20 in the collection jar.
Yes, you must repent some more.
right. Can we speed this one up? My arm.
Absolutely. I just have a lot of sins.
Hurry up, brother Rob.
I used the power of money and I said, Boban, I'm going to you first. And I am deeply sorry for that. So, Tom, hashtag no notes, hashtag best in the business trademark. I am sorry.
Put my hand on your head.
I can see the light now.
Do you feel him? Do you feel him? Do you feel him walking, Ryan? Can you see him?
I see everything now.
Do you see the MVP still in sight? Do you feel the finals?
I do. I do.
Listen, when I remove my hand from your head, all your sins are gone. You have
Thank
a
you.
fresh start, and you'll always be able to walk again.
Thank you. Father unknown. Hashtag no notes. Hashtag Messiah. Hashtag best in the business. Trademark.
So you'll always be able to walk again. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It sounded right, Tom. It was inspirational.
It sounded good.
Mark says my lights are starting to flicker. The devil's here. We gotta get him out. We're cleaning him out. We took the devil away.
Frank, don't you make a devil noise? Shouldn't you do this?
No,
Let's not do this.
let's not.
what's a devil noise?
I would-
Oh, this noise.
This is Satan. I'm stuck in Joel's knee.
Lord, have mercy.
Too bad you got to bring me away.
Get him out of here. Father, I don't make him go away. Get him out of Joel's knee. Fucking freaking me out, Frank. Holy shit.
Like I'm ripping him out of here. He's now gone. Look, I really thought you were too. Holy shit. Okay, maybe. Oh, fucking Christ. Yeah. All right.
Bishop Brinkman.
The power vested in me by whatever the fuck I say is real. Put that offline. Whatever I say is going to come to fruition. One of the best services we've had here at HUD, the only one,
I was going to say one of.
which makes it the best.
Absolutely.
But then the power vested in me, he will walk again. And he's going to walk again in the next 2 weeks. And I don't mean just walk. I mean run. I mean, if you put him back when he was 16, he'll whoop a Lion's ass. That's the Joel Embiid. He'll be back. He'll be back. And very
Donovan says he'll be okay.
Donovan, we appreciate the tip. The Lord appreciate your donation. Don't be confused, Derek. We're making a man walk again. Jesse, pray for Joel. Pray for
The
Joel.
Lord is on his side.
Prayer for everybody. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, please let us have the guiding light as we have one life to live, as we have this bold and beautiful man by the name of Joel Embiid, a young and restless guy. You know, as the world turns, we hope he gets out of that general hospital alive with a healthy knee. In Lord Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
We praise you, General Hospital. We praise you, General Hospital. We praise soap operas.
Yes.
Praise them. Praise
Hallelujah.
them.
Please, Dr. Jake Ramore.
Paula is going to give him the best blowjob of his life tonight. He's going to heal the knee. Going to heal his knee.
Gonna make something rise up.
We're going to rise. And it's going to rise Joel up tonight. Or rise him up when he gets home off his flight. And everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. And the power vested in me, I say, fuck you, ACL. Fuck you, MCL. We're still here to win a chip. You may proceed of turning back your lights on now. I pray.
No, this will be the. I am going to keep my candle lit as a. It's going to be the Joel Embiid official healing candle.
I didn't think this through. It's about to get real smoky in here. I did not think this through.
No, just breathe it in, baby.
Oh,
Be all right.
Yeah.
oh you're
Breathe
right.
it out.
Deep
In
breath.
the nose, out the mouth. Be all right.
I think my minister told me that once.
Yeah, probably did something else.
Bishop Brinkman coming at you, man.
Might do something else to you too. Who knows?
Probably.
I feel like my heavily Roman Catholic relatives are probably looking at
Disowning
me
you right now.
in absolute shame.
Listen, you know what I'll say to them? Y'all praying to a book. We're praying for a real
Reading's good.
Yeah, reading's great. Listen,
Reading is great.
I always
My favorite verse. Jesus wept.
I swear to God, if I wake up at 3 a.m. and I see a ghost in here, I'm going to be
Ryan, when I come back from turning my lights on, I'll tell you my devil story.
Oh boy.
Oh, let me turn my lights
I
on
can
then
see
so I don't start
again.
seeing stuff. Let me
You
see.
better- Don't worry. No longer here, if you know what I mean.
I'll tell you what, this room is torn the hell up now. I got to. There's so much stuff in here.
Oh, my lord. That was interesting.
Oh, got smoky in here.
My God, what the hell is that?
Feel closer to Jesus.
What is what?
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't
Baby,
hurt
don't
me.
hurt me.
No more?
Don't hurt.
No more.
Oh shit.
No more. So listen. What we did is,
Sorry.
love a good crack right now. No, I love
Cracking
it.
a brouhaha.
A little bit.
So what we've done here is what you're going to find out in the next 24 hours. And it's going to create more viral content for A2D. Is that we rose him up with the help of Anna and the blowjob. We rose him up off the court together as a family. The greatest prayer service in Philadelphia sports history. And we couldn't have did it without all you guys out there. And we couldn't have did it without people, recanting their sins? Is that what it's called?
Repent.
Yeah.
Repent. See, I don't. It's been a fucking while. You know what I mean? It's been a while. I know people walked on water and shit, but it's been a while. All right,
Wonderful service.
felt good. I mean, I would love grading systems from the family out there on how I did in my first ever, service. I felt good. I felt confident, but I would love a 1 out of 10 from you guys. Love a little.
I think your grade should be performance related.
I'll send it over to my buddy who's a friar, and we'll get his critique and see what he says.
Lord.
You got a monk and a friar?
Well, he's in the process of being one. He's in school right now for it.
I turn this lamp?
Don, you're out of the barbecue. Don. Guess what, Don? Now you can't come to my barbecue. My barbecue. Now you're not invited to a five. I thought
He could mean 5 out of 10.
Like
5
a 5 out of 5?
Or 5 stars.
5 stars. He's got to clarify.
Don.
There's no way it's a 5 out of 10.
Don.
That's just disrespectful if that's
Nah.
the case.
That was the first ever, not only A2D sermon, that was the first ever in the history, I think, of existence, no notes sermon. There was not one note there.
We did not. Yeah, this was not a prepared MCL, an ACL talk. This
Impromptu.
wasn't prepped. All right. You tell me guys on the dial is going to put on a prayer like that. All right, Don? There's a reason you're here, baby.
Oh, 5 stars.
Stars. Look at you. Look at you. I knew you. I knew who you are. I knew who you are. You're back. You're back. The burger's on the
Father
grill.
No Notes. Father No Notes needs to forgive.
Oh, always forgive. I'm a forgiver.
Forgiveness in his heart.
I'm like an elephant, but I forgive. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's a good.
I
I think it's a good way to be.
I tell Cass that every night when we talk to his elephant. I said, this guy's a smart son of a bitch, I tell him. Brain like an elephant, that's the kind of brain you want. You always remember, but we don't hold grudges. You know what I mean? We move on.
I hear
Can't
you.
remember it.
Baby's like a sponge, babe. Baby's like a sponge, soaking in everything, right?
Yeah, this is where you got to get them. You got to get in on that ground level.
Oh, we're getting
Still
on
it
the
in,
ground
yeah.
level.
Yeah.
We talk sports every night together. We spend about an hour just breaking down tape. We're not breaking down tape, but we're just breaking down. I say, hey, we're 4 for 4 here. All right. And I tell him about Joel Embiid. I tell him about him. Told him about him. And then this happens. Can you believe it? So now when this show's over, I got to go in. Right. And I gotta rise him up. And I got to have a conversation that maybe you shouldn't be a Philly sports fan. because it comes with pain. But guess what? I'll say after that, that's a lie. We love the pain and we rise up together. All right, that's why you're a Philly sports fan. I just made all that up.
It's always a wild ride.
By the way,
There's always something going on. It's a controversy. I think we're going to get in the Eagles soon. Like, that's a total circus.
Shout out,
good God.
Shout out to our guy, run it back Philly real quick.
Oh, no.
He tweeted, he said, just told my girlfriend not to talk to me until I hear Joel's MRI results. Isn't
that's funny.
Fucking love DJ. DJ, funny dude. DJ sees eye to eye on a lot of stuff.
Yes, he does. A lot of people enjoyed that. Don Lewis, the sermon was legit. It was going great till Tom said, "Recant your sins."
First time, long time.
He's a novice. It's okay. You know, no one's perfect.
Man, you guys have donated $50 tonight. We can't thank you guys enough, man. You know, if we get these kind of donations on a nightly basis, you guys really help A2D grow.
What is that news?
No, bid stealing.
Okay.
We got a bid stealer.
Who would dislike? Four
like steal. Who stole?
Who the fuck?
Oregon State made the Pac-12 championship game, so they might steal.
Wow.
Pound that like button. Pound that like button right now, wherever you're at. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Comment in. If you're over on Twitch, give us some comments. We love our Twitch peeps too. We're trying to grow over there as well. So wherever you're tuning in at, hit that like, hit that subscribe if it's your first time here. Wherever you're following us at, help us get to 60K over on Facebook. We're almost there, right? And followers, need a couple more. So if you're over on YouTube, run over there. Give us a follow and a like, all right? Because Facebook's a little different. You can follow and like. So make sure you're doing both. Don't be a crumb. Don't do one at a time. Get Savage, no. We can tell you the news. We just did the greatest prayer service of all time, my brother. And he's going to be fine. We rose the knee. We healed it by a touch and some sink water.
Holy water.
It was from the refrigerator.
Was it purified?
It was purified.
We're back.
and Don for the double act. It would be a 5 had I had a mixer, but we improvise.
Oh yeah, some reverb action. Some
reverb action. I could do call to prayers.
Oh no, we're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Sports fire memes. There's no word yet. Like I just said, we healed them as a family, but you'll get the news sometime tomorrow. That it's just a hyperextension, and he'll be out 2 weeks, and we all felt it. We all felt it in our bones, in our plums, and our loins. That this guy's gonna be eating Chick-fil-A real soon on Brinks, and part of his sins that he has to take back here. And milkshakes are on me, so he'll be fine. So we've already felt it. I've touched a lot of head tonight.
Oh,
did you now?
Couldn't help himself.
Hello.
Put that one on a T, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Great time you have, right?
Yeah, Frank.
Anytime, brother. We appreciate you,
Frank.
too.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Rob.
Frank, Georgetown is also in the Big East final. So that's a potential bid stealer as well.
Hey,
Well, I'll be watching Saturday night as my alma mater, Western Kentucky, in the Conference USA title.
Who are they
against
playing?
Frank,
North Texas.
Shut up with that.
You should win. I mean, you got to be favored, right?
I believe we're going to be favored. I've been letting it ride on DraftKings, so
This freaking guy.
I love it.
go Tops.
I like the tops. Yeah.
Sunday night, agree, disagree. We'll be doing Sixers live reactions because we're going to go on at 6:30 when the game's live, but we'll also be on for when the bracket gets released too. So you have a little combo guard there.
We're going hard on the bracket on Monday. I got a 10-year-old Chase Robbins. He knows everything about college basketball. He's coming on the Sports Sound. He's giving his picks. It's gonna be great.
Awesome.
By the way,
are you guys like? I feel like the bracket buzz is not where it usually is. That because we missed last year and like you forget which
Yes.
March Madness
I think
is.
that's part of it.
I
Yeah.
feel separated from it. I just feel it's like distant from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be so geared up this time of year. I was just like, oh, is it happening? Okay.
Usually, I
And-
wait, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, Frank. I'll keep it a second. Usually, I
And plus, this is the first time since 1976 where Kentucky and the Dukies, baby, missed the
Duke, they
tournament.
can go pound sand, Duke.
Yeah.
What a bunch of wimps.
But no, Rob, to your point, I just think last year hurt it. And then
Mhm.
like teams, some teams might not play. It's just a mess, right? And I think it's been a weird year. And I think it's been like hard for people to get into like a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Like speaking for myself, like I've been locked into the NBA. Like I watch every NBA game, and usually I watch a combo. Usually I watch both. But really, I just been watching a ton of Sixers, ton of NBA, and trying to like watch the Flyers like more and more. Like, you know what I mean? Just watch them more and more so I can have like honest conversations about them, right? And
Talk about a prayer service. I mean, the
Yeah, well,
Flyers. Good God.
Mhm.
But yeah, and then Marky Mark says like this, like usually the bracket when you're doing it, you're having fun with it, right? You can't. My fucking thing's working weird, dude. My shit's all slow. I don't know why it's
It
doing
was
it.
mine earlier.
There we go. Because yeah, once you get COVID
ghost.
to your bracket, kill your bracket. They say that as long as 5 guys are eligible to play, you can play. So whatever that means. I mean, is the team really going to play with 5 guys? I mean, I think they would, but is it like your 5 walk-ons? You know what I mean? I think your 5 walk-ons going to play.
I mean, who are you like uncertain? I know Kansas kind of threw a loophole in the whole thing by
Days uncertainty.
But other than Duke, everyone's been like really trying to play.
No, I'm not saying they won't play. I'm just saying that the point is like it's common sense is this. If one guy tests positive, that's a stud on a team, it fucks up their whole shit. It's not like it's a 7-game series. It's one and done.
Yes, but
no, it's not. I guess if the best player in the country on Oak State it goes out. All right, who Don pray Don. All right, that's this guy with the Pistons that won. All right, if he's gone, they stink. Your bracket's done.
If you picked Oklahoma State, yeah.
If you picked them in just rounds, period. I'm just talking one in general.
I get it. I got you.
Oh, yeah,
so you're nervous. You're nervous that COVID is going to ruin the tournament, even though they're going to have a tournament.
No, they're going to have a tournament. They're going.
I understand that. Yes.
I just believe that you may see a guy or two that's important. You could maybe not, maybe get hit. That doesn't
let's
mean
turn the lights back off. Let's have a prayer service for the bracket that we have a safe and a good bracket.
Listen, it will be fine
March
because
Madness. There's no prayer that can save that.
They are bubbled. They are bubbled. I mean, they're bubbled now. So now they should be good, guys. Like they should be good. They should be. There's no reason why they shouldn't be good. I don't know, like how they wouldn't be. You know what I mean? Unless like outsiders, like
unless they break protocol.
Yeah, or like outsiders, inside the arena. What I mean?
They are going to have fans there.
Yeah, I was talking more guys you can come in contact with per se.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right too to that. I mean, but listen, I think it's big money, baby. All right. And when big money comes, shit's going off. All right. They are not losing money 2 years in a fucking row.
Nope.
So,
nope.
This will finish. Nobody worry about that. If they're playing with freaking 4 guys and the freaking score guy, the scorebook guy, they are finishing. They are finishing it this year.
Mm-hmm.
You can book it and pass their no notes for you. I guarantee you shit. Plenty's wrong. Time's yours. Time is yours. So let's move on. We talk Sixers. It's weird. Like it's hard to talk about them now because you just don't know. But another big one Sunday. They come back home Sunday night, 6:30. Like I said, we'll be doing live reactions and let's pray.
Who they play?
Spurs.
Who we got again? The Spurs.
Let's pray that when we come home by Sunday, then when that game's off, Ben's back, and we know Joe's going to be okay. And that's what we prayed for, and we're going to get what we prayed for because we fucking deserve it. We're owed it. We're owed it. All right? And what else? We can't deal with that into the more bullshit. And then you guys can call in, 11:30 hour. So about 18 minutes per se. You guys can call in, hop on the line with us. We're going to give everybody 2 minutes, rant it out, if there's a lot of people. If there's not a lot of people, then we'll give you extra time, obviously. But dysfunction in the Eagles front office is the next conversation. And there was a lot of stuff. A lot put out today from Jeff McLean. And you talk about some things. Now, we know we've already put this blame on. A lot of blame on Jeffrey Lurie, right? We put blame on Howie Roseman. But we've learned, you know what I mean, that blame's really both ways here. And we find out the Lane Johnson conversation. And we find out the things said to Lane Johnson from Howie Roseman because he talks on social media or whatever the case may be. And a guy didn't want to suit up in the Jaguars game overseas because of Howie Roseman being a smartass. Okay, that's not good. The other thing that's interesting, and I'll try to read off some of these things, okay? I'm just trying to look up all the shit that was sent to me. So the Eagles were in London, and he suffered a high ankle sprain 3 games earlier, but continued to forge on. But the players geared up Sunday. Johnson voiced concerns about playing, right? The last comment from the source said he intended to be playful, set Johnson off. I can't play for this bleep, he said, according to the source. He took off his equipment and went to the showers. I forget what I'm trying to find what he said to him, too. Sorry.
What Howie said to him?
Yeah, the exact comments. I'm trying to look what
because he was bitching him out, right? Because wasn't he bitching him out because he couldn't play?
No, it was something about talking. Like I guess because
what do you call it?
Your mouthpiece is in will keep you from talking.
That was after.
I have the quote right here. He said, "Good, you have your mouthpiece in. Now you can't say anything stupid."
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, yep. It was.
What happens when nerds like Howie try to be funny. Like, just shut the fuck up, dude.
I mean, a nerd thing. He's just a freaking idiot. Like,
he's a nerd. He's the definition of. He looked up nerd on Google right now. Howie Roseman, he's the biggest nerd on the planet in the history of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
big time.
Wow, there's a lot.
And
Sorry. There's just so much stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a. But what do you call it? I didn't get to read the article till like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I didn't even realize how extensive it is.
Listen, it's absurd. Like the way.
It's nuts.
There's a new McLean thing like every other week now.
Yeah, and now again with McLean, you know what I mean. But you know, it is what it is. But I'll say this: the really concerning part, we already know he's a nerd. Like Brink said, he's an idiot. Okay, but the bigger problem I have is the reports about Jeffrey Lurie in the run game.
Yep.
Like after the Packers win, when we went there last year, not this past year, and Miles and Howard went off. All right, and we smoked them. All right, he fucking said he didn't want to run the ball like that anymore. Right, so now everybody bitches and moans about Doug running the football. Right, and we find out. We just found out. Do you understand the impact this is? We just found out with a fucking straight face that Jeffrey Lurie decides the run-pass ratio here. The owner of this football team decides how this offense operates. Are we fucking okay? This is after the guy won a Super Bowl here, all right, and is a good coach. This is why I stand by Doug Peterson. I'll stand by it because that dude is a piece of shit. You understand? That dude put his fingerprints on this whole organization since 2017 and is the biggest reason on why we are a 4-win football team. There is no other reason besides Jeffrey Lurie and his hands-on fucking approach and thinking he's got a big-ass dick running around here. He's a loser. He's a loser, and he set this football team back at least 5 years. 5 years because of his incompetence. Okay? You fired your coach that won a Super Bowl because you decided what kind of offense you're going to run. Do you understand this, guys? Nobody could hold Carson accountable. It would have got you fired, but that same organization traded him and ate $30 million. Do you fucking understand this? How stupid this is? Does anybody really can sit back and say, wow, what you just said right there is absurd. You can't criticize him in practice and get him better But we can trade him and take a $30 million cap hit and send him to $128 million. But you can't say anything wrong about him. What? What happened? Wait, what just took place? Excuse me? So you can do whatever you want, Glass House. Whatever you want, Glass House, is okay. You can fire assistant coaches. Think about all the things that have transpired. And everybody pointed at Doug for a 4-win football team. Nope. Doug Peterson was a good football coach. I'm not crowning him. Was a very good football coach. And this owner, since 2017, ruined Carson Wentz with the help of his general manager and ruined this football team. You know why I say ruin Carson Wentz? You're going to say, how, Tom? How? Because if you can't coach a kid up, you ruin him. And everybody put that on Doug. That's horse shit. What helps a young quarterback? What helps any quarterback? A good running game? So when we were throwing the ball 50 times a fucking game, who did that hurt? Who did it hurt? Morons. And if you could fire the owner, I would have fired him months ago. You win 4 games, your ass is fired too. It's a joke. It's a joke what he did to freaking Doug Peterson. He's a fucking scapegoat. It's a joke that he treats Howie Roseman like Jerry Jones treats his fucking kid, Stephen Jones. It's a disgrace. He has won nothing. All right? You got a Super Bowl. Great. That team was coached up extremely well and was lightning in a fucking bottle. All right? You deserve zero credit for that Super Bowl, Jeffrey. All right? All your success in the 2000s besides Super Bowl was because you hired Andy Reid. So you get credit for hiring Andy, but Andy ran the show here. So shut the fuck up. Go to a beach house in some expensive island that you own, expensive house that you own, and you own the whole goddamn island. Go make another movie and shut the fuck up. The joke that this is even a conversation. You talk to me if you're a dynasty. You talk to me if you're a Rooney family. You talk to me if you won 5-6 fucking Super Bowls. You talk to me if you're Robert goddamn Kraft. You won 1 goddamn Super Bowl. You clown. You walking around like you got all the answers. When did you become a football guy? When? We're ruined. You guys understand this? There is no coming back from this. Zero. Because now everybody, Nick Sirianni likes to run the football.
I'm this city.
Your owner sat on the fucking podium and told you how he wanted an explosive offense.
Mm-hmm.
He sat there and circle jerked an explosive offense. That's what he did. Because he wants to throw the ball out 1 million times a game with a running quarterback. Now you got a running quarterback, you want to throw the ball 1 million times a game. 2 wins, I'll see you soon. Idiot. And if anybody protects Jeffrey Lurie, punch yourself square in the face. Step back from the computer or your phone, and I literally want you to punch yourself square in the mouth. That's how you take your sins back. Freaking loser. His little puppet, his little play toy, his little sit on my lap. Here's Santa. Sit on Santa's lap. Don't worry, Daddy won't hurt you, freaking clown. And then somebody wants to rank Howie Roseman the second best executive in football, and they catered it to the cap. Get a fucking clue. I mean, oh my goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Stop ranking anything. Never rank anything again. Literally, never rank anything again. Stop watching sports. Like, go for walks and hikes and shit. Okay? Like, go climb a mountain and be like, what a view. Because that's the kind of person you are. Let the pros stick to sports, please. Okay? If you want to rank him like top 10 because he's done a decent job with the cap and restructuring, fine. Right? But knock it off like 2. Like right now, like straight face. They just won 4 games. This roster shit. He took a $30 million cap hit for a quarterback that he drafted, okay, to get rid of him. All right, and you're going to rank him too? You're going to sit back and say, you're doing a good job, Howie. I see you, big boy.
Who ranked him number 2?
Would Jeff McClain come on here, Spiels? I mean, that's just a question for Jeff. I'm a critical cat. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Diglio did, and I was critical of him. And we had a great conversation, right? Because when you talk to somebody, it's different than tweeting, right? Or reading your article, Right? So, I thought we had a great conversation, and we agreed to disagree on some things. And there are some things he said that are factual conversations, like the amount of money this team's going to have next year and the year after, right? There's some facts to that, okay? So that's the truth. But guess what? Who's handling the money? Yeah, the losers. If anybody out there talks playoffs again, right, literally run yourself out in the middle of the street. I'm not saying in traffic. I'm just saying go roll around the street for a few. All right? You won't get hit. You'll be fine. And if you do, it'll wake you the fuck up. I don't want any like hospital stints for you. I just want a little bump in the head. So maybe just go run into a wall or something.
Couple scrapes.
Yes, I want Jeff McClain on here, Tori. Because he's had so many sources. I want to ask him how he has any time for anything else. Do you have time for anything else, Jeff? Woo! You're either the greatest beat reporter of all time, or you're lying. One of the two. Time's yours to tell me which one that is. Boys, that was fun. I like getting it off my chest about these guys because they really are assholes. I mean, they're the definition of guys who got all the answers, right? And from a business owner, yes, your hands better be around and see everything, okay? But if you're not good at something, back the fuck up. Back up. The things I'm good at, I'll talk about. The things I'm not good at, I defer. I defer to the people who are better than me. So when it comes to drafting, I would suggest, Jeffrey, that you defer to your scouting department that you hired and you blew up on the podium for about 5 minutes. How they all get jobs because they work here. You did it. Guys, get it off your chest. Whoever wants to go next. Just rant, scream, whatever you want about the Eagles. But let me tell you this. If anybody says this team in their little conversation has any chance of like playoffs or blah, 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 right? I'm going to just exit you out of the broadcast and you're going to be in timeout for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Just 5. Okay. So say whatever you want. Have some faith for the future. Sure. Because we all want to. But anybody that's talking 2021 and competing, get a clip. And how do we fire this guy too? So I want you guys to tell me how we can fire our owner.
Who said Howie Roseman was the second best executive in football?
It was just some random report that came out today.
Okay, so I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Yeah.
Who was
I
first?
thought it was a joke at first.
Mickey Mouse? Like, what the fuck is it? What is that report? Like, are you kidding me? Howie Roseman's the worst.
Disney
And the fact that he thinks like he's one of the boys and like he thinks he's like a 6'4" like former athlete picking these guys the way he's talking around, joking around with Lane Johnson. Like, no. If Lane Johnson says he can't play, he's one of the toughest motherfuckers in the whole NFL, the best tackle, right, left, whatever. When Lane Johnson's right, this is a whole different football team.
Mm-hmm.
If he says he can't go, he can't go. Okay, like let's get you back to the States. This London game is bullshit. Not you better play. Now your mouthpiece is in. You can't say anything stupid. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Also,
why would? First off, if I was a head coach, but you can't do that because of the death sentence thing. I want to know how a little nerd weasel like Howie Roseman strikes the fear into like a former like NFL head coach like Doug Peterson. If I was Doug Peterson, I would just I just won you a Super Bowl. I'm going to do it the way I want. And you can either leave or like get the fuck out of my locker room. That's what I would have said to him. And if I lost my job over it, I would have lost my job over it. I don't understand what power Howie Roseman has over people, which is clearly something, being a little nerd weasel that he is, that he can get people to like not criticize Carson Wentz and go on with the plan. Then he trades Carson Wentz and then Jeffrey Lurie. I think Howie Roseman has Jeffrey Lurie totally brainwashed.
When you
brainwashed. Hold on, real quick, Pete, then go. Brainwashed would be like if there's no money involved, right? Guy gets paid a lot of money, so I don't think there's brainwash. I think there's just control, right? Yep. You want a job here, you're going to do what I say. You understand what I'm saying? And it made.
So you think that?
Go ahead. Yeah.
You think that Jeffrey? I think Howie Roseman, the fact that he still has a job, and he's the only person not being held accountable for 4-11-1. I think Howie's got the goods on Jeffrey, not the other way around. I think Howie has Jeffrey convinced that he is smart.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey's like, oh, okay, Howie, do whatever you think. Doug Gall, Carter, whatever you want.
No, I think he has him here for control. Think about it. What's the common sense thing is he would be fired after 4 wins, right? He kept him here so he can control him.
Right. Okay. So you think that Jeffrey Lurie only pays Howie Roseman all that money because he can say, yo, Howie, do it this way, and Howie will just be all right because he's a little nerd weasel.
After 2017, yes, that's what I believe.
That's your okay.
Not before.
I can bite on that. Yeah, for sure. That's possible.
Not before. I think he let Jeffrey. I think Jeffrey let Howie do his job before 2017. I think once 2017 hit and they won a Super Bowl, Jeffrey Lurie jumped all in on wanting to be a part of all of it. And
I think a lot of those vet moves were Joe Douglas. I give Joe Douglas a lot of – I think he had a lot of skin in the game when it came to putting that roster together.
What do you
in
got?
2017?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Rob. He definitely did. He deserves a lot of credit for that roster. I'm never going to run from that. I'm never going to run from that. That's why I don't understand what happened here. That's why I'm so confused. You understand? But then there are loyalties for guys got in the way of football. You understand? The loyalty.
But Joe got a job. And that's why Jeffrey Lurie has it in his head that my guys get jobs. We can just put whoever in there next to Howie, and he's going to do the same thing Joe Douglas did and get a job.
I think a lot of that was Howie doing a good job, too. I give Howie a lot of credit for that year as well. I don't want to give it all to Joe Douglas. It was Howie Roseman's football team. He has a control of it, right? And he did then. Okay, but at the end of the day, he started feeling himself, right? And the owner wants control. So that's what you see. And you see an owner making picks. You see an owner getting involved like that. An owner saying he wants more passing than running. Like, when you see that, that's all you need to know on why Howie Roseman was not fired after winning 4 games. And then you know why this football team since the Super Bowl has gotten worse every single year. Every single year. And where did all the blame go? Oh, coaching. The coaching. No, because they were actually tough. This group was actually tough. They were coached up to be tough. They fought through some shit and still won football games in 2018 and 2019, right? And then it all fell flat on its face this past year. Why? Because the roster finally hit a boiling point where it was not good enough. Done. Go ahead, Pete. Do you disagree with any of that, Rob?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything you said either. So, not at all. Not at all. It's all a mess. Anyway,
I'm gonna let Pete go. I'm like digesting it in my head still. I think we're golden. Go ahead, Pete.
We're not golden. We're on the same page.
It's all good, man. Don't even worry about
it. Talk about church in the same pew.
You want to know like how he was able to like do all these things with Doug and why Doug wouldn't say anything? When you know you can walk into a locker room, whip out a gun, shoot your coach, walk out, and have no fear of reprimandings coming your way, you know you're set. That's what Howie Roseman is. He's a big dick in the locker room, even though he ain't got shit. Because he knows without a shadow of a doubt, there is nothing that owner will do whatever happens. Like if he makes bad picks, awful picks, bad trades, we go 4-11 the next 4 years, it doesn't matter. They're boys. For whatever reason, Howie has convinced him that he's God. Like, it's like you ever hear the tale? What was I saying? No, it's like Magic Fabric where King walks out naked and they're like, "Oh, it's beautiful! It's beautiful! It's the greatest gown you've ever seen!" And everyone's looking around like, "What the hell is he talking about? It's nothing. He's naked in front of everyone." That's Howie Roseman. He's just telling Jeffrey, "Oh, it's great! It's great! It's great! I love great ideas." And he's just stroking Jeffrey's ego at this point. Because now you're starting to see how involved Jeffrey Lurie is, which is insane to me. Because 2 years ago, I was writing articles about how Jeffrey Lurie is one of the smartest owners in the NFL, and he's the anti-Jerry Jones, and he doesn't get involved, and he's this and he's that. And I'm just like, what the hell happened? Like, I'd argue it's the Super Bowl. Once he won the Super Bowl, Jeffrey, kind of like Jerry Jones, he wanted his fingers in everything. Mm-hmm. And Howie is more than capable of letting him do it. Oh, pick that guy, do that guy. We'll go this. Oh, you want him? We'll totally. JJ, we got it. Oh, you want Jalen Hurts? Oh, we got it. Don't even worry about it. It's a bunch of. It's a circle. It's a dangerous circle jerk between the two. And as long as Jeffrey Lurie is the owner, I don't think Howie Roseman's going anywhere. I could see a 5-year Howie Roseman extension before I see a firing. And it's just.
Well, why is that? And I'll tell you why. You know why? Because the second he fires him and brings somebody else in, he doesn't have the control he had with Howie. And it's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. It's like
he's Jason Garrett with a general manager tag. Do you agree with that, Tom?
No, I'll go a step further. He's Stephen Jones.
Yeah, but like at least Stephen Jones has a proven track record with draft picks.
So does Howie at times, if you want to count some. I never defend Howie on picks, but if you want to really then I always believe that Chip made them picks with a lot of them guys, and a lot of were Andy guys, but he was still a part of it. So I'll give him some credit for a lot of good picks back in the day. But all the picks since 2017, look at them. They all got an owner's handprint all over them.
Yeah. But it goes back to my point about Chip. Jeffrey shunned Howie. He stuffed him in a closet, and it blew up in his face.
Amen, Jimmy.
Chip Kelly just wouldn't, because
you're making my
Chip
point.
Wanted control. You're right.
Yeah, it's all control based. That's what it's amazing. Like you connected the dots, right? Like we're detectives here. Look at us. We just did detective work, right? Like nobody's better detectives
and priests tonight.
Like ATD, the greatest detectives of all time. Like, we just figured this out. Think about it. Connect the dots. Control. Guess what, Rob? What a side of what? Control.
But
it's a mess.
Don't you? But I think where Chip went awry is that he went out of his way to show Jeffrey that he was in charge. Dude, there's no reason to do the LaShawn McCoy stuff. He
wanted his imprint. Here's the issue with Chip. He wanted his imprint on it. He wanted his guys. He didn't want to win with Andy's guys. He wanted to win with Chip's guys. He also had an issue with guys with attitude. LaShawn McCoy, attitude, gone. Deshaun Jackson, attitude, gone. He was 5 seconds away from getting in a fist fight with Jason Peters. Jason Peters was ready to freaking retire, then dealing with another year at Chip Kelly.
Well, they didn't and the players. They also didn't the practice regimen and the sports science. They were practicing way too much.
We had way less injuries at that point, but Chip's issue was he tried to treat this like college, and the college tactics and mantras don't work at the NFL level. These are not boys. These are men, and you cannot lead them like they're boys on a scholarship.
He was good at the draft, though.
Was he? Oh,
yes.
Yeah, he was good at the draft. Yes, he was.
I'd much rather have Chip than Howie.
Who would you rather have picking the players upcoming in this draft, Chip Kelly or Howie Roseman?
I mean,
Chip.
Yeah, it's Chip, no question.
But just
Pete, really? You have to think about this? You kidding me?
Yeah,
because here's the crazy thing about it is that we literally you can go argument about who's picking who within the Chip and with the Chip dynamic. It's what year was it Chip? What year was it Howie? It's the same thing it's been the last 3 years. Who was really picking? Was it Howie Roseman or was it Joe Douglas?
No, when Howie Roseman was stuffed in a closet, Pete, he's not making draft picks.
Okay. I'm talking about
closet.
I'm talking about 2013 and I'm talking about 2014 where they're getting in arguments behind the scenes, and we end up with Marcus freaking Smith.
Well, that was also just a panic move by Howie because they wanted, if you remember, Clinton Dix.
Yeah,
and then then the Packers took him, and Howie, the genius that Jeff thinks he is, he's like, "Oh, take Clinton Dix, a 3rd-round prospect. I'll take him in the 1st."
Yeah, but that's what happened with Dalvin Cook too, and then he panicked. He panicked. The Vikings slid in. They took Dalvin Cook, and then they picked Sidney Jones.
That's nice. On my couch, I watch college football. Okay, I don't go to pro days. I don't do none of it, and I can sit home and put together a better roster through the draft than 95% of NFL teams. Okay, because it's everybody lifting up every goddamn fucking rock and thinking they're smarter than everybody. And it's a bunch of non-football guys that make football picks, okay? That's what happens. You want to know why there's a million reaches in the NFL draft? Because there's a million owners and general managers that are fucking dorks and don't have a clue. Eagles 88. Here's my question. You're going with Hurts 100%. Why the hell were they at Trey Lance's pro day? And I'll say this because listen, it's
You always
almost,
do your homework.
yeah, it's almost like common sense 101. Like one, just because if anybody wants to trade up to 6, you want them to also believe that you're in on everybody, right?
Yep.
That, like, you know, you have a bunch of guys on your board. So in that fact, I don't really care. Like that doesn't make me think, and not being rude to your question because it's a great question, but I don't care in terms of like they're there or not there. Like I want them to be everywhere in everybody's pro day because I want them to do their homework. Now, at the end of the day, I don't want a quarterback at 6, right? I would rather play coy and get out of the top 10, and then you can go for a guy like Pitts outside the top 10, right? If you want to, you can probably get Surtain if he drops a little bit outside the top 10. So there's players, but in reality, though, I just want to stay at 6, draft the best guy. So do your homework on everybody, and simple as that. Now, I don't want a quarterback. It should be Jalen's job for a full 16, 17 games, whatever the NFL is. All right, and it's his job. Now it's his job to lose. Now we circle back, and then Jake, I want you to go on all the stuff we talked about. Get it off your chest. But we go back and we circle back to an owner real quick about who wants to throw the football. When I hear an owner that wants to throw the football, and that news is coming out right now, that makes me think that I would not be surprised now if they went quarterback. Now, if they don't, they're then telling you that he believes Jalen Hurts can throw a football 40 times a fucking game. Okay, go ahead, Jake. You don't have to go on that. You guys just let that sink. Let that sink in. Let it simmer. Let it simmer.
It's kind of like it's the juggling blame game, I like to call it, because when you're talking about the NFL draft, because I was just going over Jeff McClain's article talking about the draft, saying how typically Laurie will be involved in the first round pick, but he has had influences even on second round picks like Hurts and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, for example. So it's like, and then there was another segment earlier where they were talking about how the scouts had, I think it was, they had Justin Jefferson slotted at 21 for last year, and that was everyone's consensus 21 pick, or Patrick Queen, either or, whatever was your flavor at that point in time. But then how he wanted to listen to the coaches instead of the scouts being like, oh, well, Jalen Reagor's a better fit for the offense. Well, we see how that turned out.
Yeah,
it's just simple things to where, like, just guys like us that are just sitting at home talking sports, it's just easy misses. And the article also talked about as well how he just hates making mistakes and stuff like that. I'm like, well, you keep making them. And my thing is too, if you're worried about making mistakes,
you're going to make them.
You're more likely to make mistakes. So
you're thinking too much, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You're putting these boards together. It's like when you put these boards together, it's like, yo, like, okay, Jamar Chase is my guy, say, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to overthink him. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to let my scouting department and everybody do their homework and give me your board. Give me your board, and then I'll make final calls on the board, right? But it can't be nervous.
Trust your board, man.
Yeah, it can't be scared. Can't be scared to make a mistake. If you're scared to make a mistake, you're going to make a mistake. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? And they've missed a lot of shots. And there's a reason it was a 4-win football team. I don't care what anybody says. The offensive line injuries were a big factor in that, okay?
Yeah.
But overall, outside of that, there wasn't enough talent. And we overrate some of our talent, too. We're known to overrate. We're the king city of overrating Eagles' talent sometimes. Todd, can we trust our scouting department? What up, my brother? Yes, the scouting department. Yes, I'll tell you why. And me and Chucks argue about a lot of things, and I love them. But we agree on the fact that there's a reason why they hit later picks, and not stars. They just hit guys who can play, right? They never hit stars later, but they'll always hit like guys who can start for you, though, right? In later rounds, like Mills, etc. Because that's when they let their scouting department draft.
Yeah,
think about that. So if you let these guys draft early, we would have stars. But you want to draft early. You want to draft in rounds 1 and 2, which gets you here. So, Jake, if you have anything more, go ahead. I just wanted to
it's
back
just
on that for a sec.
Yeah, and that's fine. But like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's like I said, simple things that just blow up in your face. That's really all it is. Yeah, like you draft J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, but you pass on DK Metcalf. You take Jalen Reagor, and pass on Justin Jefferson. Like it's simple things. Now, again, I don't hate the Jalen Hurts pick as much because obviously look what happened. And I think I remember when the pick happened, I said to myself, I'm like, oh, well, Carson's not going to be here much longer. I didn't think it was going to be that fast, but
Did anyone?
No, maybe, but
I wanted to punch my TV when I saw it. I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Our press clip is up.
Is it already? Good.
It is up. I got
Yeah, like,
Good.
You say, and the AK Eagles thing about the pro day. Look who, like the Eagles were at the pro day. That doesn't mean Jeffrey Lurie was at the pro day or Howie Roseman.
Their quarterbacks coach was there, so that says something.
Not really.
This will sound crazy. There's nothing that I believe more that drives Howie more than ego, and nothing would be more egotistical for Howie Roseman to say, screw Carson Wentz and draft Trey Lance at 6.
Yep. I've been saying it for weeks.
But
because when I see all this,
why would you draft back in the second round last year? You're not allowed to, guys. That's 3 quarterbacks since 2016. Real quick, Rob. That's 3 quarterbacks since 2016 that you would have in the first, second round. That's incompetence, honey. That's Cleveland Browns level. So if they draft Trey Lance, okay, I already said this. Unless Trey Lance is a fucking pimp, I'm done for a year. If he's a pimp, then I'm back.
But like, I think that
to your point, though, they want to throw the football so much. Why'd you draft Jalen Hurts then?
Because they're idiots.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're idiots.
That's what it is.
But like when I see all this offense talk, and first off, I think Jeffrey Lurie is infatuated with Jalen Hurts. He's in love with. He's got puppy love for this kid. He thinks he's Russell Wilson, and so he made Howie go get him.
Bro, he believes he can throw enough.
Jalen Hurts is going to be the quarterback. That's the only saving grace in this thing, that Jeffrey Lurie is so infatuated with Jalen Hurts. And I hope he's good, but I don't think he's going to be, that they're not going to pick a quarterback at second. Then you connect the dots a little bit and you go, okay, you want to throw the ball a bunch? You don't like running the ball? Okay, that's fine. They're going to draft a receiver at 6. Maybe Pitts.
Let me say this. First off, Rome, you're always trying to create controversy. All right? You're always a controversy cat. You noted the on Fan Friday. All anybody has to do, I've said it a million times, is inbox the accounts they get on. Now we're getting too late. I said 11:30 was opening up and nobody inbox. People want to come on, they can come on. You know the deal. Inbox any of our socials and we'll send you the link to come on. It was the same thing. Same thing every week. Come on, babe. I mean, it's your first rodeo. All right, ain't first rodeo. Jimmy says, just want to get to some of these guys real quick.
Yeah.
They're going to draft the quarterback, Tom. I don't want them, but they will. Listen, Jimmy, I
don't think so.
Again, I'm against it fully because I don't think they'll hit, right? But if they hit, then it is what it is. But then it just makes everything else they did make no sense, right? But they still were able to walk in to a star. I don't care. The more I think about it, I don't want a quarterback. But at the end of the day, I just want a star. Can I get some stars? If that is a quarterback, so be it. But then last year's pick makes no sense. And now you're putting a controversy this year on your quarterbacks. And for the next 3 years, you're going to have a quarterback controversy with these two. Or you're going to play them both, which would not shock me at this point. It would not shock me if they drew a quarterback.
Oh, my God, Tommy.
You want to see some nerd shit? Here you go. You guys want Nerd City?
And then they're going to have Sirianni up at the press conferences. Well, the wind was blowing 0.8 miles in the northeast direction. And that indicated on our analytical chart that Justin Fields should have been in the game over Jalen Hurts.
Did you guys see they were doing a ranking of where Hurts would be in this year's draft? I think it was Sikahema or whatever his name is.
Oh, really?
They had Hurts at 5 before Wilson. Wilson was ahead of him at 4.
I like Zach Wilson, but am I taking Zach Wilson in the top 10? If I'm any team, not outside of Eagles.
No. They're saying as your top 5 quarterbacks in the draft, if Jalen Hurts was in this draft, Hurts would be 5.
5?
I'm assuming he's 5, Wilson's 4, Lance 3, Fields 2, and then Lawrence is probably 1.
I disagree because
Trey Lance, really?
If he played at Alabama this past year, Mac Jones starts over Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So I put Mac Jones over him. If you want to put him in the top 8, this year's draft, fine. But that's like the same spot he was last year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The question marks are still there.
But like, then say you draft then what? You're doing the same thing to Jalen Hurts that you just did to Carson.
That's what I was just saying. What's the point?
Yeah.
Why don't you trade? Then you have to trade Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
No, you don't, because Jalen Hurts doesn't make any money.
No, but you can't have. Stop with the factory nonsense.
I got the shirt on right here. I need to cross Carson's name out. We got to get like a Justin Fields or a Trey Lance.
An updated version.
Gotta
update the shirt.
Bino, we don't want a quarterback, so we're not.
I don't know, but I was convinced they were going to take one. I was with Chrome that they were 1,000% going to take Justin Fields if he was there at 6. But now I don't. I think Jeffrey Lurie is so. No. I think Jeffrey Lurie is so in love with Jalen Hurts for whatever reason that I think we're safe from picking a quarterback at 6.
Rob, can I piggyback on one of your earlier points?
Go ahead.
So you were talking, what was it, like a few minutes ago about how Jeffrey Lurie loves throwing the football, right? He wants that high explosive offense. Did he not watch Jalen Hurts in college? Because he's a dual threat guy. If your whole obsession is, I'm going to throw, why in the blue hell would you pick Jalen Hurts? Because he is not a strictly pocket passer quarterback who's going to throw it like 40, 50 times a game. He's someone who's going to run 10, 15 times and probably throw between 20 to 27 times a game. Like, I just don't understand it. Like,
but I don't know. I don't think Jeffrey Lurie cares about the big plays, splash plays, being an explosive offense. I don't think he cares if they come in the passing game. I think he just wants big plays. And
but
like
if he just wants big plays, right? Why would you're having two running backs? Like I think a few years ago, you had an amazing game between Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders complimenting each other for 100 plus apiece and some touchdowns. Why wouldn't that excite you? Why would like the running game pick him off? Like
I was excited.
Highlight plays.
I hear you, man. You have to ask Jeffrey Lurie that because, like, dude, that's fun to watch. Like when I'm sitting on the couch watching my team just bully another team, just bully another team like they bullied the Packers that night, and the way that the Sixers bully some teams this year, and the way I hope that the Phillies are going to be bullying teams this spring and summer, like that's fun to me. If I own the team, you can be the Brooklyn Nets and score 180 points a game. My team just bullied the fuck out of these guys.
I agree.
Bullied them.
Jimmy, that's Jimmy. Jimmy says, because they aren't going to miss on Russell Wilson again in terms of why they took him. I don't think they draft a quarterback. That's just me. Like I think they're giving him the keys. I think there's a reason.
Closer.
You can pick a quarterback. I'm fine with picking a quarterback, just not later on. No. Is Nate Sudfeld under contract?
No, but you bring him back.
Is he restricted?
No, he's not under contract yet. Jeffrey said he has the best deep ball of all time. So bring him back. Let him be your number 2. Who gives a shit? If Hurts gets hurt, you're going to stink anyway. So it's a rat's ass. Okay, at the end of the day, you need to draft impact stars immediately if we want to get back on the right track. Okay, you could probably win with Jalen Hurts if you have studs around. I'm not going to say you can never win with Jalen Hurts. I got to see it. But you have to at least do what you didn't do for your franchise guy, and you're going to have a ton of money in 2022 to be able to put pieces around him if he can play. So you can't go quarterback this year. After your 17-game sample size or 16, whatever they're going to do this year, after that sample size, then you can make that decision. And the following draft, right?
All right. Let me ask you this though. It was shot out of a cannon. Let's say they took Jalen Hurts in the 3rd round instead of the 2nd round. Does it still have this like huge like ripple effect on like the tragic, putting the icing on the cake of a tragic epic fall from grace of Carson Wentz?
No.
What round did we take him?
So if they take whoever, Denzel Mims in the 2nd round last year, and then take Hurts in the 3rd round, does like all this spiral out of control with Carson?
I feel better about it.
Sorry, Pete. You feel better about it? Listen,
I would feel better if we had drafted like another wide receiver, and then in the 3rd or 4th round we drafted a quarterback. I feel maybe Carson would have felt a little bit more secure because they would have gone out and gotten another weapon for him. But when you draft him in the 2nd round, it's a clear choice.
Matters. I don't think it matters anymore. I think we already addressed this. It didn't matter. The second they weren't allowed to coach him is the second it went south. When they stopped coaching him, it doesn't matter. His play was going to deteriorate because they weren't allowed to coach him up. Okay? This owner and general manager protected them from coaching him up and then traded his ass. All right? It's incompetence all over. And yes, Pete, to your point, though, yes, maybe, and Rob, maybe if they drafted in the third round instead of the 2nd, it makes Carson feel better. But at the end of the day, I don't think anything would have made him feel better at that point. Like even drafting a quarterback that name, right? Like any quarterback with like a legitimate name, it's going to create it in this city. That's just the way it works. So they don't have a pulse of this city and a pulse of this fan base. They didn't learn that lesson. If they did, they would have traded Nick Foles after the 2017 season. If they had a pulse for the fucking city, they never have.
Like, and this kind of piggybacks on what you were talking about a little bit with Giglio. Like, when did they realize that, oh shit, Carson might not be the guy, we got to get an insurance policy? And then the insurance policy blew up in their face. Didn't work the way it was supposed to work.
Well,
when did Howie Roseman and his golden boy, because you're putting him this high up on the pedestal, Doug, whoever, don't even look at him. He's fine. Just let him do his thing. He had a shit day. Like, when did it go from that to like, shit, we need an insurance policy?
Concussion.
Yeah.
Concussion?
Well, where it happened. When it happened, where? Because it happened in a playoff game. So in their sick minds, they say, okay, this happens again. We need somebody to back them up so we can win the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly how they thought about it.
Especially, and I was at that game. So it was a very, even with McCown,
you were in it.
They had a shot.
Yep.
The Seahawks were begging. I'll never forget that game. Seahawks were begging to get beat. They made one big play to DK Metcalf, and that won the game because McCown couldn't do anything.
Rob, you were talking about a beach house, right? Earlier?
Yeah.
We're not getting too deep into it, but like you're going to get insurance like on the house. You're going to have insurance. You're going to have insurance for different things because, it's just common sense. But the fact of the matter is they took their insurance too fucking early. And they shouldn't, they got to know better. Like, don't.
I know, but like my house isn't going to get offended that I buy insurance on it, No,
but
we're talking about people.
Well, me and Joe talked about it. For some reason, the quarterback position is a position that you can't have controversy with. Is a position that you can't have competition with. They became prima donnas. Every quarterback has become prima donnas. They don't want competition. They want, like, for some reason, the quarterback position is just built like that now. I don't know when that happened, when all these guys became soft, but it's all of them. It's not just a Carson Wentz thing. It's all around the league.
I'll answer your question. Like the transfer rules changed in college football. Oh shit, I'm not going to play here. I'm just going to transfer to somewhere where I'm going to play.
Good point.
I don't think so.
What's the vacation of America? Good point. Good point. Great point, Robbie. Yep. Everybody became soft as baby shit. Oh my God, I don't want to compete for a job. I'm better than him, mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're getting to the point where these guys don't even have to sit out most of the time to transfer. Because remember, like Flacco, I think he was at Penn State and it didn't really work out for him, so he went to Delaware, so he didn't have to get out of here.
Pittsburgh, sorry, he was at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It didn't work out. And then he went to Delaware.
Right. He had to go down to not sit out. Now, did Justin Fields even sit out a year when he went from Georgia to Ohio State? I don't think he did.
Yeah, I don't know.
But now you're getting waivers for this, you're getting waivers for that. It's the core.
Can everybody do me a favor? Pound that like button wherever you're watching us at. If you're over on YouTube.
I don't even think I've pounded the like button.
If you haven't subscribed to us yet, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We got shows every day here, sometimes multiple. AK asked me who would I take, Pitts or Chase. Just because with the spot, the more I think about it, I would take Chase. But who do I like more? I think Pitts is a fucking issue. But the body of work isn't as long. That's my concern, taking him at 6, right? I like Pitts' upside maybe more than I like Chase because I think he's a mismatched fucking nightmare. But all that being said, at 6, I would think I'd have to go Chase. If I have a feel for life, I think I would have to. I know I've sort of switched on that as time going on, but I tried to pull myself away from Pitts' highlight film and me watching him obviously live and just look at like, okay, it's really 1 year. You know what I mean? And you were banged up. Like you know what I mean? It's like there's a little bit of concern.
Well, how do you guys feel about taking guys that have maybe didn't play all of last year? These opt-out guys.
Like who? Give me an option.
Jamar Chase, Parsons sat out, the tackle from Oregon. I mean, we could probably go through the whole first top 60 prospects and find a handful of them that have sat out.
I wouldn't hate Pranay Sewell. I'm all in. I'm with Jake. I'm embracing the Chase.
I'll take Chase in a second.
Well, Jake's biased because he's an LSU fan.
Very true.
Yeah, but if you're an LSU wide receiver, you're basically guaranteed to be a stud.
Well,
but I'm only asking because I was a big Jamar Chase guy, and then a buddy of mine said he wouldn't touch. A buddy of mine who I respect his opinion about football said I wouldn't even touch a guy that sat out. Like that's not how sports work. You can't just take a year off.
It's a concern, sure.
Jake, how many times have I said that on air?
Oh yeah.
Like that's why I would take Pitts over him because the year out of football year offs concern me. So that's the only concern. Like that's why I would like Devontae Smith has had a monster year. Like, you can't cover him. Okay, so like he weighs 160, whatever. Shut the fuck up. The dude just scores touchdowns and gets open and wide open. Okay, and once Waddle went out, he even got more wide open somehow. That tells you that he's pretty good, right? So the guy just won the goddamn Heisman, and people are going to rank a guy who sat out a year over him. I think that's a mind. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Devontae Smith is the better wide receiver right now. I don't care what anybody has to say. I just watched him for a full year and before this catch big time catches too. Don't forget the walk off. Don't forget some of the walk off
championship catch. Yeah,
when he was just a puppy. Like don't forget some of that shit. And the fact that he played with Jalen Hurts. I'm telling you, Devontae Smith could be the pick at 6 if Miami doesn't take him because of Tua. Like there's the connections. Chase, listen, the Bengals need offensive line help, but then don't be surprised if they go Chase there at 5. I wouldn't be shocked.
I think
that's who Darius Slay likes. He was talking about that today.
Yeah, but he might not even get there because the Bengals had the connection.
Right.
Or to Chase again.
I think if I'm a betting man, I think the Bengals go O-line more than anything else just because they need to keep Burrow.
It's because of the Burrow injury, yeah.
Well, they should, but they're also a bad organization.
This is true.
So, they reach for the wide receiver to star. Not reach, but you know what I mean?
No, I know what you're talking about.
When you don't win that way, you win up front. But up front, outside of Sewell and the other guy, there's not a ton. Like early. There's guys later on I think you can get. There's 2 guys from Bama that I think are starters in this league. So, I can take the whole half the Bama roster and feel good about this draft. Yeah. Like you give me Najee Harris somewhere. You can give me Smith, right? Waddle is not better than Smith. Knock it off, Marky Mark. And I love you. Would you stop it?
But that's who they're gonna. That's because you talked about the Smith Hurts connection. I actually read that Hurts has a better relationship with Waddle.
Hurts was endorsing Waddle.
No, there's my guy.
What's up, Spells?
There's my guy, Sean Spells. What's up, baby?
What's up, Spells?
So what's up? What we talking about?
Anything.
Whatever you want.
Let's talk about my shirt first.
What's your shirt?
Oh my God.
Go.
That's a phenomenal shirt.
Giants go.
So remember when they said Carson Wentz was going to be better than him? But anyway, let's not talk about that.
He still is. He's just not going to be an Eagle.
Wait.
Who's on your shirt? Who's on your shirt?
I don't have
Eli Manning, bro.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of
Carson
Famer.
Wentz going to be better than Eli Manning. That's why I can't talk to you. So listen, this is why the Eagles are going to be in purgatory. Like I said, the second time they won a Super Bowl, what happened? Jerry Reese gave out what? The thank you contracts, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And what are you guys in right now? Purgatory what? Cap hell.
Thankful contracts. Yep.
Okay. He just restructured those contracts. You know what's going to happen in 2 more years?
Yep. Same situation.
Back in the same spot.
Yep.
A little better because they'll have a lot more money. They'll have a lot more money to cover it up. They'll have more money to cover up. You're not wrong. They'll just have more money to cover up. It's the biggest scandal in sports what's happening here. Okay? And it happens other places too after you win. But usually you end up getting there again or winning again. This football team went in a completely different direction, right? And I'll say it right here. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. If anybody thinks Carson Wentz is better than Eli Manning, I think they're crazy. I think they're nuts. And I was very critical of Eli later on in his career. But when Eli was in his prime years, come on. I mean, he dethroned the GOAT twice. I don't know how. Like when you dethrone the GOAT twice, you're semi-GOAT. Like, and I hate it. And I hate saying it. But I'm a realist. You're a semi-GOAT. But the Giants fan, you're a GOAT, right? And he should be. Like if Eli Manning did that in Philly, we'd be blowing him. I mean, we'd be blow job city. We still be. We'd be asking him to be our offensive coordinator or begging him to be our head coach, right? All the fans. So grow up, Peter Pans.
But there'd be a statue for him. You know what I mean?
For
like you can like Eli or hate him, he's a Hall of Famer. It's like it's not even a question. Like he is what he is. Like he's a stud. Like I know tons of Giants fans who despise him. I'm just like he's literally like your best franchise quarterback ever. Like I don't get people who shit on him. Like obviously there's the up and down relationship with him and the fans and the people of New York, where there's stats or whatever. But he's a Hall of Famer. Like you know what I mean? Like
there's no debating. Some Eagles fans get up in their feelings. Like I'm not an up in the feelings guy. I'm a realist. Okay, and I move on. Like we
recognize is real. Yeah,
like we beat Eli up at the end. So like you leave it with a good taste. But like they got 2 Super Bowls at that point. So credit where credit's due. All right, we got ours. We got ours, right? And once we got ours, right, you almost like you wash away everything. Like you're like I don't hate as much, right? And that's what I've learned as like an Eagles fan and even a Phillies fan. Like when we got our first title, like my hatred went away a little bit for a lot of things. I was like, well, he's great, right? Because then you rub everybody's balls after that because you feel great. But like, and that's just how it goes. So, but the ownership did the same thing the players own the organization. Jason Peters, etc. Darren Sproles. Like Darren Sproles didn't deserve another contract. Jason Peters just tore his ACL. Grow up and move on. Right, and Jeffrey Lurie said it. Oh, I felt like I owed it to them 5 guys who missed it. Shut the fuck up. All right.
But Peters handballed you and said, "I want to move back to left tackle."
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there you go. That's screwed your whole thing.
No, wait, I really want to play left tackle. Thanks.
Oh, stop it.
They had no leverage. Because
he's a first down Hall of Famer, Jimmy. Just he'll get in without even a question.
I'm not worried about that. That's not why.
That's.
I'm not here. Look. I'm not here to jerk Eli off, dude. So I'm here to talk about the Eagles, what they got to do for the future. With that McLean story, dude. I don't believe any of. I believe 50% of it.
I'm like 50-50 with it, Spells. I'm kind of the same way.
What parts do you guys believe, and which parts do you think are bullshit?
The Lane Johnson thing, he's not doing that. Lane Johnson is picking him up by his throat and throwing him across the room. Like, get the hell out of here, dude. Oh yeah,
I like some Lurie stuff. I don't exactly believe the Lane stuff because I think Lane is just such a personality and such a go-getter that he'd be like, tell how you screw it. But once again, we have no idea what's anything's going on.
First off, wait, Tom, hold on. You have Pee Wee Herman running the Eagles right now, and that's the way I look at him. I call him Pee Wee Herman. The dude's an idiot. He's out to prove everyone wrong. This is draft that he's gonna. Oh, I'm gonna show you. What about the last 10 drafts he had? The last 10 drafts he had. How did he prove everyone wrong? He did one thing right. He batted 1,000%. This is where I give credit where credit's due. Batted 1,000% in the free agency. Yeah. Did nothing to do with drafting anything because when you draft, that's what a giant.
Brandon Graham layover from Andy, right? Fletcher Cox layover from Andy, right? He had some layovers from Andy, and he did a good job in free agency with like Brandon Brooks, etc. Right? And then he got Alshon, but then he got burned by injuries, right? And that's what happened. He got burned by injuries, and then he never drafted well during that process to be able to overcome talent with your injuries, right? And that's where and it's as simple as that. It's a total failure. When you miss on draft picks, you end up in purgatory. You end up with 4 wins. There's no way of running from it. It's as simple as that. So now they have 2 years that they need to hit picks or or somebody needs to blow the goddamn NovaCare complex up. And Rome, I'm the same guy who was on the airways saying to bench Carson Wentz. So you need to buy a fucking clue. Because I said it a million times when the fork hit the road that, all right, I've seen enough. I saw enough. I think anybody that had a feel about a feel said, all right, just let me see something different, right? Just let me see something different. I'm not killing the guy. I just need something different. And call me what you will, but that's on tape, babe. So, you can try to, and I'm going to come back with, boom. All right, so another dub for me, Ron. Another dub. Dub.
But you look at the Giants draft when they won the 2 Super Bowls. They got Prince Amukamara, Steve Smith, a couple other players that participated in the first one and the second one. After the second one, they gave the contracts, and that's why we made the playoffs the one time, and then Odell had to go out on a boat and do what he did. But
guess what? What if the Giants look better besides Daniel Jones? In my opinion, that's not a shot at you guys. Besides Jones, they drafted, in my opinion, very good. They've started to draft better, all right, and they've done a decent job in free agency. So, they turned the corner from the loyalty game, right? And when you move on and then say, okay, what mistakes have I made, right? Again, I always say, like, I wanted to draft Daniel Jones, but all the rest of their picks, I mean, I like that. I like a lot of their guys, and I like a lot of the moves they've made. Now, are they a playoff contender yet? No. But are they getting closer? Well, we'll see what they do this year, and we'll see if Jones develops with Saquon, right? We'll see if that can develop. Because I'm not saying
get him a receiver too.
Yeah, I mean, you're in that same boat.
But my thing is too, I want to get him another offensive lineman. Because Hernandez always gets hurt. Get him another one, and then we'll see what happens. But so here's my thing. I'm out. I was going to talk to you, but look, I'll put it right here. Look. 10-9-8, boys.
Yo, love you, brother.
Let's go.
Real quick before you go.
Did you pray? Did you pray, Spells?
What's that?
Did you pray?
Did I pray?
Yes.
Here, look. Here you go. Look. That's St. Christopher medal. I pray all the time. I pray for him. I'm praying.
Did you pray for Joel during the?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I prayed.
Right. I'm just making sure.
I'm praying to the gods of the NBA, because the dude's on an MVP run right now. It's ridiculous. Without him, we no shot.
We don't. No, we really don't.
Bells to your Eagles real quick, and then you can roll. I 100% agree with you. Lane Johnson probably would have knocked them out. McLean's put out a lot of bullshit.
I got him. I'm gonna get him on. Do you want a video or talk?
Either way he wants to. Not tonight, because I got to go take care of.
Well, I don't know. Hey, I know I could talk to someone that'll get him on.
Yeah, get him.
Right? I got you. But look, look, that's the GOAT right there. All right. And real quick, a parent said to me at the I wore to my draft for the kids. She goes, Why do you have a picture of you on the beach? I go, yeah, I'm not drafting your kid. You thought it was me on my shirt. A picture of me on my shirt. I'm like, yeah, I'm not drafting.
Hilarious.
That's phenomenal.
All right, guys. Love all you do, man. Keep doing it. Keep crushing it.
Love you,
I'm working it for you, Tommy. All right. See you guys.
My brother. Later, Spells.
All right. See you, bud.
See, my friend. That's why you need to listen to. You need to listen to the man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you listen to him a group, it's a different thing. You know what I mean? I always say that. Spells is great at trolling, but you're actually a fucking smart guy. Rome, I don't know. Go to Facebook. I'm going in. These guys can stay on for another 10, 15 minutes, but they're going to probably want to get off soon too. So, you come on.
Oh, Jesus, it's midnight.
I got to eat.
You come on and yell for 5 minutes with him, Rome, but that's it, baby. I gotta go take care of the little guy here in a second.
Dude, Rome wants to scream at who?
He just wants to yell about things for 5 minutes and try and get
let him on
with his fake controversy nonsense. He'll no.
Is he a habitual line stepper?
He's gonna make fun of me. He's gonna call me Andy. He'll make fun of my weight and all this other nonsense.
Why'd you call you Andy?
Peter.
Because I'm a fat white guy.
Peter.
That's not woke.
Peter.
That's not woke.
Peter.
Yes.
Be nice, okay?
All right.
Nice. Maybe he won't call you Andy tonight. All right. We love
Is he coming in or no?
Rome, you really want to talk to me right now? I got to go in for my fucking kid. What are we going to talk about that hasn't been addressed a million times tonight? What's left? What's left? What did I say wrong?
Give him 5. Give him 5.
All right.
Give him 3.
Up.
Give him 3.
Hurry up, Rome. I love you. Hurry up. I'm doing it for you because I love you.
Oh, he's not ready to go? Well, he better get ready to go.
He's got to run out to his car. He's got to roll one up.
Oh, that I remember him from the other Fran fight I was on.
Yeah, roll it up. I know, Rome. I'm not waiting for you to roll one up, baby. All right. My kid can't wait for you to roll it up. Actually, my wife can't wait to stay up any longer for you to roll it. So, Rome, why don't you come on and be nice? All right, you better be fucking nice, okay? You come on and start being mean to fucking Pete. I'll love it, but then I'm going to shut you down. But listen, we can all handle it. We have fun. You know what I mean?
Nothing but love, Tom. You know that.
It's all love.
I get a little riled up. You know what I mean?
Rome, I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes. It's very hard to do. I'll tell you that. It's not easy. I'm trying to think of how I can do it. Like there's
not a views, Tommy.
Trying to lower it.
Have you tried to patch and other things like that?
I just feel like I'll have like nightmares. I don't know what to do. Like, you know what I mean? There's options. I could go back to like the vape just to take the nicotine. So I'm not like losing the nicotine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or I just smoke like 3 or 4 a day, but that's so much hard to do.
You could try and wean yourself off slowly. Some people do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to lower it. Like usually I smoke a pack and a half. I smoked less than a pack yesterday. And today, as of today, I'm around the same ballpark, right?
Maybe like set like a time for yourself, like within like a 6-month period. I want to be here, 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 and here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What up, my brother?
What's good, Godfather?
Oh, baby.
Don't worry, P. Don't worry, P. It's the other black guy. You ain't gotta be. Stay on the feet. I see you ready. I see you ready. Godfather's already got to light up a quick feed.
After the end of last week's show, I'm good.
God, I always show my favorite 2 seconds and show my love to you.
I appreciate it, Godfather. I woke up kind of late this time, but it's okay.
Was it like 4? Is it 4 a.m. for you or 6 a.m.?
It's right now 6 a.m., but I know y'all guys start around 3 or 4.
Where are you? Wait, whoa. Where are you?
He's in Germany.
Oh, I'm in Baumholder, Germany.
Protecting us over there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're in the military?
Well, right now I'm a contractor for the military. Okay. I was in the Marine Corps, so got out of the Marine Corps.
You're like a fucking hitman. I love it. You know what I mean? You're like a special assassin. We don't even want to know.
I kind of like that. You know, we got an ally here overseas. It kind of makes me feel safer.
When we're trying to get the corona test and corona vaccines out over here. Try to get over to overseas, so you should feel safe, man.
Sorry, guys. Ricky, how'd you do it? Like, how'd you cold turkey it? Like, I've cold turkey things in the past, but I don't know if I can. This one's just different. Like, I just guess I just don't go buy any. But I almost gotta like get nicotine somehow, or I might I might choke myself out.
Get a views.
I got to do.
I used the blue. I used the blue vape cigarette and went from 18 all the way down to 0, and then I got my medical card so I could smoke weed. So yeah, that's how that went.
Put a shirt on.
That's how I like it. Bro, but you take it? What the fuck is going on?
I'm fucking I'm in my bed. I'm not in my bed.
Yo, ain't nobody made it you
right now. Calm down.
Dude, you look like you can play. Is Howie Roseman in your bed? I feel like you look
When I was talking my shit, the lights was off.
You know Nick Foles is in his bed. You know he got the cutout poster of Nick Foles right next to him, holding up that Super Bowl trophy.
I need to get something strait. I need to set the record straight.
Exactly. Looking like a broke down D'Angelo.
Hold on. Listen. Pete.
How does it feel?
Because you reminded me of had nothing to do with your weight. Don't try to defamate me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you call me Andy Milonakis, so I don't know what other way to take it, Rome.
Andy Milonakis.
Because you look like
here we go. I'm going to go vape now.
I can't see your lower extremities, so don't take it there. You know what I'm saying? It was simple.
You've called me Andy Milonakis live on air. It's okay.
Anyways, Tom,
be better.
Talk to. Tom.
Yo.
Okay. So I'm controversial, right? Because I'm ahead of the curve. I say things before the mainstream gets to it. Like for instance, benching Carson.
Here we go.
You guys jumped along with the bandwagon as soon as the analysts and everybody else started saying, "Oh, we should."
Yep, you're right, Chrome. You're ahead of the curve and you off the cliff, man. We love you.
I'm not talking to any of you.
If I wear about all my ex-girlfriends, I won't be with my wife no more. You know what I mean? And that's what you're circling back to. Come on. What are we talking about the past for? Let's get to the future. What are we talking about?
I'm talking about what I was
Where's your
talking
curve
about in
at?
the comments.
Yeah, give me your curve. I want your curve.
I'm just talking about what I was talking about in the comments.
I don't remember.
I remember. That's what I'm talking about.
Then you're just talking about being ahead of the curve. What are you ahead of the curve on?
Yeah, what? What's happening next, Crystal Ball?
Yeah.
What's happening next?
Yeah, Crystal Ball talk. What's happening
Oh,
next?
now you want to know what's next.
Yeah,
yeah, I want to know what's going to happen. Are we going to be okay? Are we in trouble?
Hold on. You took your shirt off. Hold on.
I did tell Andy not to get too excited about the Sixers.
You might get playing with your shirt off. Listen, you came on here with your shirt off.
I turned the light on and my fucking shirt was off because I was like, not one thing to do. And you're talking curves. You came on here with a shirt off talking curves. Like, what are we doing? What curve? The only curve you have is your shoulders. They look like you've been working them out, man. I mean, that's the only curve I see. That's the only curve I see. So tell me your curve. Listen, we could try to flip the whatever, the curves and all this, but what I was talking about was you guys saying, you specifically, Tom, saying, "Oh, I was on fucking I'm on fucking stream saying that we should bench Carson." Yeah, after everybody else started saying it, not week 4 when we actually should have did it. You know what I'm saying?
We shouldn't have benched Carson in week 4. They just beat the Niners. Are you kidding me?
Week 4. Put your shirt on. I mean, buy a clue. I mean, week 4. What the fuck are you talking about?
That was a bad week.
They should have benched him in week 4.
I get aggressive.
Rome, you should have said after the bye.
No, this is when I got to go widescreen. You're going to sit here and tell me.
Week fucking 4. What the fuck did he do? How many wins did he get us?
This is what I got to do.
Post week 4. How many wins did
you all got to be allowed to talk? And I'm going to take a minute. Okay? You're going to sit here with no fucking shirt on and try to tell me week 4 that you're benching 128 quarterback week 4. Week 4 when this guy was playing actually pretty decent for what we had. All right? What we had. It's a flat out joke. Okay, you had fumbles by your running back. You had drop touchdowns against Baltimore by your running back. Did Carson play good? Great? No. But was he playing okay throughout that period of time? He wasn't playing terrible where you need to bench him in week 4, Rome. You want to talk to me about halfway through the fucking season? You want to talk to me week 10? All right, then let's start having a conversation. And week 4 is asinine and not ahead of any curve.
He's the
week 4 and week 4. Rome, listen.
Rome, you gotta let other people talk. That's why I got mute you, baby.
Rome, listen. Week 3, the Eagles were lucky to tie the Bengals. Know why they tied the Bengals? Because Carson let him back for the tie in the 2-minute drill, and then he goes to San Francisco and beats San Francisco, and you're benching him then? That's when we were like, oh shit, maybe it's gonna be okay.
Go ahead, let Rome go. He's going to say, you know.
All right, Rome. I'll mute you.
Go.
Bro, listen, we lost week 1 because of fucking Carson.
I agree.
We tied the Bengals because of fucking Carson.
Why does this matter?
Granted, Carson did score that little that scramble to you know what I'm saying?
Why? He played awful for 3.5 quarters, but then at the end he gave you that 2-minute drill, and
what does it matter,
bro?
What does any of it matter now?
It doesn't matter at all.
That's where I'm getting at.
I gotta
say, you would come on here and talk to me and say, "I'll give me 3 minutes. I love you, and I always give you 3 minutes." And you're gonna come on here and circle the wagons backwards. We're gonna go back to the fucking future again and again and again. I don't fucking give a rat's ass about Carson Wentz anymore. He plays for the Indianapolis Colts. I bleed green. No, you're muted. I bleed green, and it's as simple as that. So my quarterback now, as of right this second, seems to be Jalen Hurts, unless they draft the guy at 6. So right now, I have to try to rally around Jalen Hurts. At the end of the day, I rally around who my quarterback is. It's common sense 101. If he can play, I'll love him. If he can't, I'll hate him. It's as simple as that. So I'll talk to you when I'm sleeping in my bed. I'll go shirt off and I'll talk your ass too. Who we drafting this next crystal ball? That's what I want to hear.
Hey, Tom, listen. The last point I want to make, right? I always get bashed for saying the things that end up turning out true.
Why?
Like what?
I was right about Carson Wentz.
That's one fucking.
No, he wasn't.
One thing.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I can give you.
I was right about Howie Wentz. I was right. I was right about Howie Roseman.
About what?
About what? We all knew that he was garbage because he was put in the basement. We all knew that, and coming back from the basement was going to hurt this team, which has happened.
Germany is making a lot of sense. Germany over here making a lot of sense.
I mean, like dead ass, bro. Like when Jeffrey Lurie came out and said we're going to give I want everything dedicated to Jalen Hurts. Has Jeffrey Lurie did that for Carson Wentz besides giving him that big contract?
Nope.
Did he put young weapons around him?
Can we go into the season? But prior to last season, we came into the season healthy, and then shit started fucking going left. Besides the
who did we bring in to help Carson Wentz? I'm talking about young in the draft. Besides Jalen Hurts,
but I'm the guy blaming Howie Roseman. I blamed Howie Roseman.
We all blamed him.
Okay, so what are you saying? I understand.
But you're the one that's always keep going back to like Carson Wentz should have been benched. Carson Wentz is overrated. Yada yada yada. We don't moved on, man. We're looking into the draft. We're trying to figure out: do we need Pitts? Do we need Chase? Do we need to go ahead and get help for Darius Slay on the corner?
Okay,
I mean, we're trying to back. I'm trying to back Earth right now.
But okay, relax, bro. We have time.
No. I'm gonna talk. All we tried to do.
Let him go. Let him go.
No, because I want to go. And he doesn't let me ever go. And I always let him go. I'm going to tell him that I agree wholeheartedly with Todd. We rally around Jalen Hurts, and that's our guy. Who can we draft to help this football team going forward? I do not care about the past. So if you have a crystal ball, Mr. Crystal Ball, with your glass house, talking crystal balls with a white beater on now, all right? I don't know if you're allowed to call it that anymore. I don't know. But at the end of the day, why can't you see that? Why can't you see we want to rally around the kid? Why can't you see we want to figure out how to get better? Why do you have to come on and talk about things that you claim you were right about, which you were, but we were all right about? We all talked about benching him. We all talked about Howie Roseman. I talked about Howie Roseman before 2017 being shit. So I don't even give a rat's ass. Okay, I say he redeemed himself in 2017, but at the end of the day, he's shit. Okay, Jeffrey Lurie's shit. Who's been more critical? Hello. Rome, you there? You there? Yeah, because I have. So you need to lock in and wake up and listen to me once in a while, Crystal Ball, because I've been right about a lot of shit too. Yes, I have. That's unfair. Nobody talks more the business than I do. I have to be right about certain things. When you say 5 million words, Rome, something's going to come true that I say. Just like you throw enough things out, something's going to come true. All right? It's just the nature of the beast.
Some shit is going to stick to the wall. Some shit is going to stick to the wall if you throw it.
Who do we draft at 6, Rome? And shut the fuck up and answer the question.
Every time I don't. Wait, what?
Who? Misunderstood. I said shut up and answer the question, which is sort of funny to say both in the same sentence. But who are the Philadelphia Eagles drafting at number 6? Because I have to go inside.
I'm just gonna say I don't give a fuck. I just want to say that I was right. And that every time I go in here, you guys.
Rome just comes in here to talk shit. That's
no. I tried to say my facts, but you guys marginalize my facts. So it's like, how can I talk if everyone on here is saying, "Oh, I'm wrong," but then the shit turns out to be true, and now you guys want to talk about something new.
I think Tom died.
But nobody gave me my credit for when I was facts about Carson.
Bro,
So,
I waited up not let my wife sleep for you to come on here.
Yep.
I waited it out.
Right.
Yep.
And tell me and waste X amount of minutes of my life.
Yep.
How right you are with your shirt off. I mean, I have officially.
I look good with my shirt off, man. Stop playing with me.
I've officially seen everything you can see on HED radio. All right, that's the biggest puffer fish move I've ever been a part of. Well done. Okay, but the biggest puffer fish move. And listen, can you just shut the fuck up and move on with us? So, like, we would love you a lot more if you just moved on with us.
I don't give a fuck about being loved.
Don't you care about winning football games?
Oh,
you don't want to hug.
But you guys
I'll give you a hug, bro.
You guys still want to.
You look like you need a hug with that white beater and showing up butt ass naked. You need a hug, man.
Bro, I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going to ask you this one more time. You just brought up Carson Wentz again. I have done so many shows since that trade, and Jake will attest to this. Since when he got traded, show. After 1 week of talking about him, I told everybody at A2D, keep his ass out of your titles. He no longer plays here. We are not the ex-girlfriend. So I made that. I set that standard. I have not brought up that son of a bitch's name since he left here. He is now an enemy to me. That's how that works. That's how I operate. All right? It's as simple as that. And the fact that you can't see that and wrap your head around it amazes me. And you want to continue to circle back about who's right, who's wrong, who gives a shit. This organization was wrong. That's all that matters. I don't do player personnel. If I did, I would never be wrong. I don't handle player personnel. Understand? That's the difference. That's the difference. So you want to keep circling back. I don't want to circle back. I want to figure out how I can win games moving forward. I want to figure out who I can draft at number 6 that can be great for me. I want to think about who I can draft in the second round or trade back into the first for a Najee Harris. I want to win football games. Okay,
and that's where I was actually wanting to come on and talk about, like, try to get okay, let's play some hypotheticals with this whole draft thing, because I'm starting to go back and forth on the fence of trying to move back, since Carolina is looking for a quarterback and they're just sitting at 7 or 9? Which one they sitting at? I know it's like only 2 spots.
Yeah, I think they're 9.
9.
9. Okay, that's not too far back, and I still see Pitts
are they 7?
or Chase.
Sorry, Todd. Are they 7 or 8? They might be 7 or 8.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, because I saw they was only maybe 2 spots down from us.
Yeah, I think Denver's 9.
Yeah, you're right. Denver.
Well, we know that Denver and Carolina is that true. Okay, they need a quarterback.
Maybe not Denver as much as Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Denver might go with that kid one more year and see if he can play.
Okay.
Luck. But Carolina definitely is in the game for a QB. There's no question about that.
And that's where I was like, okay, we trade back to that spot. I still think Surtain, Pitts, or Chase, one of those 3 could still be there. We can pick that up, use those extra draft picks. I'm hearing that if we, do that move, we'll have an extra second round pick, and so try to trade back into the first round. I'm just liking that linebacker Zach. Was it Wilson or Williams from Tulsa?
I know who you're talking about.
Oh shit, no, that's not his name. Fuck.
I'm terrible with names.
I know who he is. Again, I didn't see him play a lot, so I don't even try to comment. But he's got.
I had checked him out, Tom. You'll like him. He's a sideline to sideline, plays right downhill. I mean, that's the kind of linebacker, you trade back into that first round. And he's not the. Yeah, he doesn't have the name. What's up?
I heard a lot of people talk good about him, so I just haven't seen enough of him. But I like what I hear.
Oh, great size, great speed. I mean, he can actually catch the ball, so he can make interceptions as a linebacker. So I just want to, if we're going to put some talent around Jalen Hurts, and if we can move back to acquire some more draft picks to allow us to trade back into that first round so we can at least solidify 2 stars out of that first round, I think that's the way to go. Because trying to sit at number 6 and just say, Pitts or Chase. I mean, that's where it seemed like it's down to. We're not even really talking about Surtain anymore. So
you have enough picks to get back into the first round if you really
10.
want to. And I like
Collins. Okay.
Yeah, Xavier Collins, and that name sounds like you can play, right? Like I'm a name guy, and Xavier Collins you can be able to play. I do like Morgan Dylan Mosley too. Mike Grimm says that the knee injury hurt him, but that dude would probably be a late first round, early second round pick without the injury history.
Well,
but I like him as
Mosley
well.
Mosley dropped down to like the third round now.
Yeah, you can get him late. Like you can get him late, and you can get impactful guys late. Like again, we're talking offense. They need to figure out this defense too. So they need to.
And that's where I'm at. I'm like, yo, we can add, if we add Chase, all right, I'll be happy. But it's like, okay, from the rest of the draft on, like we need to bulk up this defense because that's what Dallas is going to do. It's like Dallas is already set on offense. They got the Dak situation settled. Now they loaded up on picks, and you know where they're going to go. And it's like if we gonna try to compete this year, hey, we got to get at least some a good amount of talent. I'm not looking for like a straight knockout the home run park on one draft, but at least a good 75% of the draft picks need to be A or B plus picks.
Get savage. I'm sorry. It is still. I'm tired. Go
ahead, Godfather. You good?
No, you're right. You're right. This year's pick set up next year. Like I'm trying to compete and win in 2022, right? So I got to hit this year to be able to compete in 2022. You know what I mean? I got to get impactful players, get them through their rookie years, right? And be ready to start competing when I have a ton of money in 2022. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
And I don't want Howie to go on the Dream Team sweepstakes either with all that money. But at the same time, go ahead.
I love you guys all. I gotta
rest easy, brother.
Godfather.
Later, boys.
Cool.
Oh, that was a little.
Yeah, it gets in your face a little bit. Hold on, let me fix it.
Can I just say, my Wi-Fi is literally my worst enemy tonight. It keeps like cutting in and out on me. It's pissing me off, man. I want to apologize for my Wi-Fi being atrocious and making me look stupid. Also, I will say, Rome gets under my skin sometimes, and if I lost my cool, I apologize.
I mean,
he just gets me, and it is what it is. So I'll apologize on behalf of A2D. If I was out of line. So,
that's that one crazy cousin that you have that you just know once they come up to that party, you're just like, oh, here we go.
My favorite thing when he called in, and he's just like, I don't do that, and then 3 seconds later, well, Andy. I don't do that. I'm like, bro, you literally call me Andy Milonakis. Like,
that's the side effects of the marijuana, man. Short-term memory doesn't.
But you're like, you can be so much, like, be original, like,
But
I know.
I love Rome to death. But like Rome, and I think Todd can attest to this. Rome's that guy in like the friend group to where, say, you get into like an argument with like another group or someone like that. Rome's the guy in like the back of the group's like, but you won't do shit. You won't do shit about it.
You know who he reminds me?
What I'm saying? It's like you won't do shit about it.
Nick, you know who he reminds me of? My buddies have this one guy and their friend in their group who I don't like, but they don't like him either. And every time they make a joke, they make a joke out of his name. And I'm just like, I feel like that's Rome every time. We're just they love him, but like they still make fun of him.
Rome does
I'm just gonna start calling Rome the Stephen A of A2D. You know what I'm saying? He's just ready to argue with anybody. Y'all the Skip and Stephen A of A2D, man. Y'all gonna have your own show. I can see it happening now.
The whole back and forth. You gotta love it.
But I got. Can you imagine a show where it's just me and Rome for 2 hours?
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Nothing would get done.
Off.
The ratings.
I would hope y'all get one topic off besides y'all have y'all Foles Power Hour.
Can you imagine trying to talk Sixers for 2 hours where it just turns into an hour and 59 minutes of like Carson Wentz, Nick Foles discussion?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are we doing? We're supposed to be talking Sixers. No, that's not what we're doing.
if you guys are actually able to finish like one topic, I'll leave the company. Like it's not even a question. I'll just leave the company today.
Well, I know for a fact we'd never be able to do it because I'd be starting off like we're talking Sixers, and then somehow, some way, it would ski over to Carson Wentz, Nick Foles, which honestly, look, I love Carson Wentz. I'm so sick and tired of talking about him. Like the only time I enjoy talking about Carson Wentz is when I'm tweeting back and forth with Tori. That's literally it.
Right.
She is the only person on planet Earth I want to have a conversation with Carson Wentz about. That's it. Otherwise, he's in Indianapolis. Like, let's just let him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Stay over there.
It's whatever.
Jalen Hurts. Why don't we talk about anything else that's happening in Philadelphia? Like,
and that's why I'm just went ahead and flipped it to let it be just straight positive about Hurts. I mean, this is an armed suspect. Yeah, I can point out all the negatives, but it's like we can't just overlook the pros that he's putting out there. He's putting out good, vibes to try to bring in young draft guys in.
Good.
He's getting the wide receivers that we have now to have some type of training. I mean, hell, Tom Brady did that, and it helped. So
I'm not going to be Mr. Negative with Jalen Hurts. I feel a certain way about him, it is what it is. But I'm not one of those guys like, I hate Jalen Hurts so much to where you just have to draft Trey Lance or Justin Fields at 6. No,
hell no.
That's foolish and ridiculous.
There's only one quarterback
I'm willing to give him a year to prove me wrong. I'm willing to back the horse with Jalen Hurts. You're going to have the year to show everyone why you are the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as to bring in, like as they say, like that camp arm, and it's good to have like a young backup. It just all depends. I don't know where he'll be drafted because I know Mond from Texas A&M is climbing up the boards.
It's magic.
I do like Mond. I'm not gonna lie, I do like Mond. I got done
I like
looking
Mond.
at him.
It's just the problem. I could see like if we drafted him, say the 3rd round, then you already know what's going to be talked about. Oh, there's a quarterback controversy. It's like the reason why I like Mon, I do like that arm, man. And
he's so accurate. He's so accurate.
Yeah, it's accurate, and like I looked at from his 2019 to his 2020, you can see the tremendous leap. Like he was able to throw it into tight windows.
And I was telling Chucks the other day too. I'm like, there was parts I was breaking down of his game to where there were dudes like all over his face, and he was still making passes,
slinging it. And if anybody want to really take a hard look at him, look at the Senior Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like both teams was kind of like going back and forth, but when he came in there, it was just like, whoa. This was like a
curiosity.
What'd you say?
What's up?
Did you have a Senior Bowl this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the MVP? Because that's usually the guy I want to steer away from.
I forget.
Oh.
I forget who the Senior Bowl MVP was.
I think it was a wide receiver.
I think so too, yeah. I forget his name.
It's you. My thing with the Senior Bowl is if you're a quarterback who's the Senior Bowl MVP, I'm a little skittish on you.
Yeah. Well, that's like the same thing with like
Senior Bowl MVPs, and it's just like, interesting. Oh,
well, that's like the same thing with guys that just win the Heisman period. Right?
Heisman, yeah,
that's one of my rules. I don't like Heisman guys, and I don't like national championship guys.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, there are always the guys who make me break my rule. Baker Mayfield makes me break my rule, and what's his name? Deshaun Watson makes me break my rule. Those are like 2 guys where I'm just like, oh, you're in the bad category. Oh, I can't say no.
Right. No,
and you just brought up 2 quarterbacks that shows like when it comes to organization, like look how Cleveland they still trying to give Baker Mayfield all kinds of weapons to try to help improve him compared to Deshaun Watson. You give away.
Here's Odell.
But he give away Deshaun Watson's weapon and give him to Kyle Murray. That's why it's like hysterical. As soon as you get your young quarterback, it's like either you're gonna be all in or not at all. And that's where we was fickle with Carson. And and you got to look at what I just say. If you look in the locker room, you already got half of the locker room dedicated to with Rome Foles. You got another locker room that's still kind of skittish on you about your health injuries and everything. And then, you did the impossible. You took, deck chairs and lawns, lawn chairs to the playoffs. Yeah, you get a concussion, but then the organization was like, oh, we want to do what the Saints do and bring in Jalen Hurts, and we want to run some gadget plays. It's like he saw the writing on the wall. So it's like Carson Wentz is gone. That chapter's in. Let's bring in some help, man. But we definitely need draft picks.
See how a smart organization does it. You look at what Cleveland did last year with Kevin Stefanski. They brought in a guy who is smart, innovational, and will go and went out of his way to fit his whole system around his quarterback to the point where you don't need to roll him out of the pocket. You can have him under shotgun. You can do all these things because at a certain point he understood the offense and the offense worked for him. He didn't have to use the offense to skate around stuff. That's what a smart coach does. They go out of their way to help make your life easier.
Absolutely.
That's not what
That's
Doug
why
Peterson had done the last 2 years.
That's why it's like as a draft as a whole for me to be happy is one offensive playmaker, some offensive line depth, and the rest like defense. I mean,
all defense.
Yeah, like do straight Carolina. Majority of your draft picks is all defense. I mean, that's why I said it's just out of the top 10 or around the top 10. That's when you get your offensive weapon, either Pitts, Chase. I mean. Devontae Smith. I mean, I don't like Waddle shooting up the board. I didn't like that one.
I like Waddle, not at 6.
Yeah, no, not at 6.
My whole thing is, can most of my draft picks be here in 2 years? There you go. That's my happiness.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I mean, seeing Eric Rowe and Sidney Jones go out and do well in organization. Yeah, and I was like this. Wow, that's 2 corners that could have been on our squad. 2 second-round cornerbacks at that,
We had an undersized slot guy as our number 2. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Monte Maddox, man. That's my guy.
I mean, he's better in the slot anyway, so I'm like, I'm not against
he's a slot guy.
I was talking about how they forced him on the outside, and they just told Sidney Jones to get out of town.
And that's where the favoritism in this organization has came into play when you're constantly – like that's where like Howie was paying all the guys and saying, "Oh, you owed, you was part of the Super Bowl team or you're a vet," and all. I was like, that's where we killed it. We shot ourselves in the foot because we can't stay. The old guys can't stay healthy. The weapons that we're forcing to play. I mean, seeing Alshon and Deshaun Jackson out there, and you saw like. The slowness. That's the only way I can say. It's just
you hear what Jason
when we had those young wide receivers out there, we was just like boom, boom, boom. You get D Jacks out there, and he makes one play, but then he disappears.
Yeah. Did you guys hear what Jason Avant said a few days ago?
What'd he say?
Where he was talking about how management kind of forced some of the older guys in, like Alshon and like Jason Peters, and kind of hurt the development of Travis Fulgham and Jordan Mailata.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, he had bright spot for JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, of course, we're all like, but he did say like he will benefit in the slot more, which I thought about it and I could see that happening. If it depends on if he can develop a little bit more shiftiness,
right?
But I take Jason Avant's word strongly. He just said like for all the young guys, it's like they're not getting developed, and that's what killed them.
And that doesn't just go for wide receiver; that goes to every position. And to be honest, Todd and Pete, I think I don't see how. And again, it's really incumbent on this draft. I don't see how we bounce back anytime soon. I really don't.
I said this a year ago, and I said, because once Joe Douglas left, and I said, in the next 2 years, you'll probably have close to 18 to 20 plus draft picks over a 2-year period. and they're all going to be Howie picks. There's no one else here. Obviously, people thought John Dorsey was going to come in here and save us forever, and he was all 2 minutes and a cup of coffee. But no,
he was like, "I'm not going to be a consultant. I got an opportunity to be an actual GM. Goodbye."
Yeah, later.
Yeah, like it's going to be. And I said, within the next 2 years, these are all going to be Howie draft picks, and you're going to see what type of GM he really is. Last year is still a question mark, and let's see what happens this year. I mean, obviously last year looks bad. It's like I felt like great about it 6 months ago.
I already know. I already know what Roseman is, and
I mean, obviously we do. I think we all do now.
The owner being who he is, and he's loyal to Roseman for whatever reason that may be.
The photos, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm with you, Todd. He has to have something.
I think
the photos and videos.
Something. Whether it be like inappropriate text messages or something.
Allie Laurie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, because I look at it like this is when you look at our roster up and down, and you got any other 31 teams, do you feel like you want to poach any talent from our roster?
No.
Exactly. So that lets you know. I'm like, where we're sitting at right now. If we can't even get nothing for Fletcher Cox.
I don't agree with that.
No, nobody's going to trade and take on that money from Fletcher Cox.
Not with like a draft pick that we'd be looking for. No,
exactly.
I think the Browns could possibly look into something like that because they're dying to get someone next to Myles Garrett.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And
at that point, I would just draft somebody.
They got a good relationship between the teams, so you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean that's the only card that we can play that like on our roster that's making my God, I'm willing to take like. But even then, it's like
depends on what you're willing to get. Like I think you could probably find someone to like a competing team to take Brandon Graham's remaining contract. You're just not going to get a lot. Like it all depends on what your ideal compensation is. If this were me. If I'm the general manager, I'm blowing the whole team up. But you know, Howie's not going to do that.
Right.
Well, you can't. Well, I'm not going to build a team around 5th and 6th round players because I mean, the most like I'm going to be kind of is like I love Fletcher, I really do. But you look back from the past, like just like how we've been doing ever since that Super Bowl year, and from where we are now, his play has gone down.
You know what I call Fletcher Cox? The Great Fletch Dini. You know why I call him the Great Fletch Dini? Because now he's here. Now he's not. Oh, he's on for 6 weeks.
I know what you mean.
He's on for 6 weeks. Yeah. He's gone weeks 7 through 16.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And we done spent so much money to always try to find that one guy to play right next to Fletcher Cox, from Malik Jackson to now Hargrave. And it just seems like it just has never worked out. The closest thing we had a tandem with Fletcher Cox was Benny Logan. That was like
Jernigan wasn't bad.
Jernigan wasn't bad, but Jernigan was only really good for 1 year.
Yeah. Okay, I will say that in Hargrave's defense, that in the second half of the year, he was pretty dominant. He was like a top 5 PFF grade, you know what I mean?
I don't really pay attention to PFF. That whole ranking system.
That quarterback QBR and all that
other all their things. There's just I barely pay attention to it.
Yeah.
No. The eyeball test will never fail.
Exactly. Yep.
We're a mess from top to bottom, and anyone who says anything differently is a joke. Like I don't take anything they say seriously. Like
no.
You know how we used to make fun of the Browns? Like the Browns are completely from top to bottom, they're run intelligently right now, and the Eagles are the team that's run like a joke. Like, who would have thought that 3 years ago?
That's the part that's like always disturbing, is because I talked to a couple of coworkers. They was like, "Wasn't y'all just in the Super Bowl? Like, I thought like y'all was supposed to be good." And I was like, "Man,
hey man, it's the new norm."
We was enjoying that Super Bowl way too much. I mean, we've been partying, still partying, because that's how it feels. It's like you look around the whole locker room, you don't know where you want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're working Cowboys fans. At least the Cowboys got multiple trophies. I mean, hell, we only got one.
Right.
But But I just know that we need to start building up fast. I don't know why everybody's still trying to link us in a free agency. Like we really need to do it. Pick any players out free agency. If anything, it's 1-year deals. Old Colts players for Jonathan Gannon to help him out on his defense. No, not. I don't know where did this Galladay talk came from, or these other wide receivers.
Fans. Yeah, we can't afford them anyway.
I mean, Galladay is literally one of the favorite players in the NFL. I'm like
I saw Richard Sherman pop up. I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? Like, are we cutting every other wide receiver to make room for him?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's a mess. But all right. I gotta eat. I haven't eaten since like 5 o'clock, so I gotta get something in me. But Todd,
I gotta get my Gears of War on. Oh, appreciate it, guys.
Get some sleep, baby.
Oh, you going to bed, Todd? Man. I was gonna say you just got up.
Yeah, man. I'm about to get some Gears of War in now, man.
Oh, there you go. All right, Todd. We appreciate you having you on.
Love you, brother.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Y'all stay up. Go Eagles.
Yes, sir.
Go Birds.
Later, Todd. But yeah. So, good Lord, 3 hours and 15. Good Lord. You got anything else, Pete? Before we wrap up?
No, I feel as if we've wallowed in sadness for the last half hour enough.
Yeah, and when you talk about the Eagles, I feel like we're going to be there for some time. But anyway, fam, we appreciate you. We appreciate the comments. If you were there during our prayer service for Joel Embiid's knee, we really appreciate it. If you haven't seen our prayer service, it's up on Facebook. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube yet or Instagram. It might be on Instagram, but go back. Or even if you guys are listening to the audio audio version, you can go back on YouTube, preferably if you guys are listening to the audio version. Check it out. It's a must watch. It's hilarious. We have a whole prayer service. Me, Tom, Pete, Frank. We have everyone there praying for Joel Embiid's knee. So hopefully tomorrow we get some good news. But as always, we're brought to you by Body Check Wellness. Use promo code A2D for 20% off. I use the Clarity and Focus. Keeps me locked in during all the shows. I swear by them. Great products. I know Tom uses a lot more of their products than I do, but great company, great products. But as always, bodycheckwellness.com. Use promo code A2D for 20% off. As always, Jake Friel, Pete Young, and we'll see you guys next week. Later, guys.